Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. No comments yet. Oh, there we go. There's Nick.
So I was just talking about this album. So this was announced today. Actually, I don't know if it was today, but it was announced recently. This is Niels Klein Concentric Quartet on Blue Note. So Niels Klein
is it Niels or Ned? Is it Nels or Niels? I don't see any.
It's probably Niels.
It's funny. At Atomic, the guy who works there used to work with him.
Okay.
They all used to work at Rhino back in the day. He calls them Niels.
All right.
Yeah.
I like the red vinyl. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And you have Ingrid Lobrock, who I think she's played with, and Mike, you'll know this better than me, but she's played with like Jason Moran and Braxton, right?
She's played. I'm definitely sure. Probably Braxton. She might have played in some Braxton tribute recently, also.
Okay. And then so she's on saxophone, and then Chris Lightcamp and Tom Rainey. I guess that's piano and drums.
Chris Lightcap is the bass player.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, so this was announced. If anybody wants to check it out on Blue Note, this is Nels Klein first jazz record, maybe? I don't know. It's the first with this group, at least.
I thought he did do jazz stuff.
Well, hold on. It says here. It says debut recording, so maybe it's just debut for Blue Note.
No, it'd be interesting to go through all these artists that Blue Note are signing like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Branford, him. Who else?
Yeah.
Like established jazz musicians.
Aaron Parks. Well, this is everybody.
Yeah.
You can't sort by generation.
Because I'm not to change the subject, but you saw that new David Murray record's coming out on Impulse.
I did not.
No.
It's pretty good. It's a new record with his quintet, and they have a singer. Mike probably knows more than I do with a singer. Listen to the first song; it's pretty good.
Is it this?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I haven't actually listened.
It's a great cover.
Yeah, it's the same guy that did that box that Mazzy was talking about last year.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, look at this.
It's his first release on a major label since the early '90s or something like that.
Yeah, since well, it really wasn't a major label. It was DIW Columbia.
Right.
So yeah, I mean,
they distributed it. They distributed it.
Yeah.
Is DIW Japanese, Mike?
Yeah, Disunion.
Okay, yeah.
So this is Tracking Angle. I guess this is just regular news. So is there an offer here? Anyway, if anybody wants to read about it, looks like they have
Can you give us the scoop of more than just the cover?
Actually, there's a New York Times article written by that dude that Mike yelled at me for not knowing who he was.
What was that? Oh,
the guy who did the.
Oh no, he doesn't write for the Times anymore.
But he wrote the article.
Yeah.
What's his name? Mike, what's his name? Do you remember?
Nate Chin. He writes. He's public radio NPR out of Philadelphia now.
But he wrote a New York Times piece about the David Murray.
Here, this looks like NPR. So,
that's probably him.
I'll drop a link to this. It looks like there's a video. If anybody wants to check it out, it looks pretty cool. Very cool.
So that's his quartet, but they added. I don't know the singer, but she's good, and I thought.
It says right there who the quartet is. So it's.
Sorry. Where is it?
Right there, the picture.
Oh, okay. So Russell Carter, drummer. Murray, obviously, pianist Marta Sanchez, and bassist Luke Stewart.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Cool. Comes out in April, I think, right?
I'll definitely give it a listen.
Yeah.
What was I listening to recently? He has those. There's like a live concert. This is early David Murray. but on Indian Navigation, there's like it's 2 separate releases, but it's this New York concert that's pretty wild. And then he also has Flowers for Albert on Indian Navigation, which is I think a tribute to Albert Tyler.
I have it all over there.
Yeah, and then I have some of his Black Saint stuff, so like the octet stuff, which is cool. And then I don't think I have much more after that.
Plum. Did you
I
ever
have Plum. I have Plum, and then I do want to get his solo on JMI.
Yeah, me too.
But he also has a Palm record. It's a solo Palm record called like Organic Saxophone. It's actually a cheap Palm record. If anybody wants just to get a Palm record, it's like $40 for the original.
That's cheap.
For a Palm record, it's insanely cheap. That's like the cheapest one. Yeah.
I've bought several CDs of his. One of them was really terrible though. It was like some kind of weird, I don't know. They were trying to like mix hip hop in with jazz, and it just didn't really work. Just like some weird like early '90s synthesizers thrown in.
I am trying to put everything in order. This isn't everything I have, but this is a lot. So
yeah, that's his option. Yeah.
I actually found another copy of this.
That's really good.
It'll be in my auction.
I have that one.
That's good.
Yeah. This is the one Indian Navig.
That one. Yeah, that one's pretty good.
This is probably the cheapest. You can find this cheap, but it's excellent.
That's the Columbia one that they sent. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got that one.
More octet. Basically, all the octet stuff is,
and all the Black Saint shit. Like it's still cheap too.
Yeah.
That one I'd like. That one I'd like to get.
I have
because that's like the companion to Ming. I think. Home. I think
another one in the auction of this. But here's the two. Band.
Oh, okay.
This is
how is that live at Sweet Basil's? What's the? Is it like?
It's a big band.
Big band. Okay.
Yeah, I have part 1 in the auction next Saturday. This is on Hat Hut.
That looks like a Hat Hut. That looks like a Hat Hut cover. I'm not a huge fan of the Hat Hut designs, I have to say, with like the notepad.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I have more, but I'm trying to put stuff in order. So
yeah, that trio one is one of my favorites. The Hill. That's really.
This is
It's who is it? Richard Davis is on that. Who is it?
John Chambers and Richard Davis.
Yeah,
it's really good. So I have a few more. So good stuff. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, that trio one, I sampled it. It gets pretty wild.
What's up, Felipe?
He has a lot of albums.
Yeah.
He has a lot of albums that are just CD, right?
Yeah.
What are you drinking there, Felipe? Is that
Very
Kool-Aid?
limited vinyl.
It's a red ale. Yeah.
Oh, fancy. Nice.
I like it.
Felipe, did you have any thoughts on the new? So we were talking about the new David Murray record.
Love that.
Oh yeah.
Which is the cover is amazing. Let me find.
He came back to Impulse. Not came back. Came back to a major after some time. That's the Impulse one. Yeah.
Where
Oh my god.
What a great cover! I gotta say that is pretty cool. And then also there's that Blue Note that we looked at too.
It fits into one of our favorite.
Which one? The Nils Klein.
Yes.
Yeah. That's fine, yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
There's one more Blue Note that was announced today. Let me pull out the name here.
Which one?
There's another Blue Note that was announced today. Put on Discord. Is the Brandon Woody? He's a trumpet player.
Okay.
We just put for pre-sale. It's gonna be available May 9.
Okay. There it is.
Yeah, Brandon
This
Woody.
is like a trio?
Yeah, the quartet.
Oh, quartet. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'll drop this if anybody wants to check it out.
Yeah, go check it. He's good. It's his first record actually. So to start on Blue Notes, you're doing a good job there. Don and the guys there, they found a really promising band. They mix, just like tendencies now. They mix a little bit of electronics, a little bit of voices too. So it's a really, really interesting recording. I heard snippets from some of the tracks. It's really, really cool, promising. Definitely getting a copy.
Nice. Mike, I know that you went to a music festival recently, right?
No, that's a couple of weeks.
Next week, big years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be there. News Clan is gonna be there.
Mhm.
A
Wait,
lot
what?
of people are gonna be there.
Yeah.
You're gonna be there, aren't you, Felipe?
Huh?
You're gonna be there, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a ticket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm sorry. What festival is it?
Big
Ears.
ears. It's
I
in
think
Knoxville,
this is-
Tennessee.
Yeah, I think South by Southwest is a little saturated now. I think it's probably the coolest festival to go in the country. Probably this big years.
No, don't start talking shit about Southwest, man. Come on.
It is good, but it's getting a little bit too much.
I'm sorry, I really couldn't hear you. I just want so for people watching, what's the name of the festival?
Big ears.
Big years.
Okay. Are you just making fun of me, or is that real?
What's the name of it? What the fuck?
It's called 2 for the price of 1.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Yeah,
Big
I've been trying to like figure out what I'm gonna see. They've got a pretty decent app, and I've been like,
That's good.
There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot. There's more like jazz, soul, hip hop, indie, alternative. On that range.
Look, Nate's going to be there. Ashley Kahn too.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Will you guys go to this?
Yeah, they have like round tables and stuff like that. A
There are a
lot.
few of them. I'm gonna go to not that one. I think I forgot who he's interviewing. I'm gonna check it out. Let me see. If I can bring it up.
When you saw Ashley Kahn the other day, did he know who you were and just like y'all just locked eyes and it's just like a hateful?
I didn't say anything to him. No, he was talking to someone at the next table. And
Did he ask you to hold his gum or no?
but I was I shouldn't be. I was sort of surprised that he was at that show though. But I shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
He was bragging about all the liner notes he's writing those shit.
Yeah, and big years, like it's 4 days, so it's the whole city pretty much taken, and you better get a hotel in advance, otherwise it gets hard to get there.
Yeah.
You know, here in LA, Anthony Wilson's doing several dates, I think this weekend, where he's recording a live album.
Mhm.
This club here near the airport called Sam's First. They have their own record label. So he's recording a live album for them. But on Wednesday, he did a trio with, I forget who the bass player is, but with Marvin Smitty Smith was playing drums.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, the Sam's that Sam's label, they do really great
Really good.
concert. Yes,
Great
the
sound.
concerts are great. Yeah,
Yeah.
really good concerts for sure.
Hey, Dave, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, David.
Other than StreamYard is a dinosaur.
Man, when you hate, you really hate.
All right. Have you guys ever heard of this? This is the San Francisco Jazz Festival. I'm assuming Nicole will attend this.
Yes, SF.
Yeah.
So this is at mid-June. So summer day. They got Charles Lloyd, Jason Murray. So it's going to be his group that I guess he's playing on. Whatever his new one is. I forget the name.
Yeah, a pretty good. So Don was going to be there. Casa overall, the drummer, Lakeisha Benjamin. She is one of the most awarded young saxophonists these days. Lakeisha.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? Here we go.
Yeah.
Um,
Casa overall, Lisa Fisher, Soul Rebels, New Jazz Underground is going to be there.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, and their record's on pre-sale. I think it's May, right? I placed a pre-order there. They have a full-length record out.
Oh yeah, Jazz Underground.
It's a pretty nice lineup.
And I know it's cool if you look. Sorry.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's
This one?
Dying of Thirst. No, it's Dying of Thirst.
That's okay.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it.
Was it
These guys are
LP?
killer.
I'm not sure if it's available, but I pre-ordered a signed version. Not sure if the signed ones are sold out.
These guys totally kill it. They're a really tight trio
They're
or
great.
quartet. I mean, they do collaborate with other people too.
Yeah, and so if you go to the SF Jazz, Mike.
Which one?
the San Francisco Jazz.
Oh yeah. Go back.
Yeah. So on the third day, you have Ambrosia Kimosir, which already has one of the best records of the year, just amazing. With Sullivan Fortner, which already has also one of the best records of the year. His trio record is killer. And it's gonna be in New York soon, right, Mike?
He announced that he's doing a trio week at the Vanguard.
Yeah, I mean his record is mostly it's really good. Sullivan Fortner trio. I forgot the name of the record, but
Southern Nights, I think it is.
Southern Nights, yes. Yeah. It's all about southern music, right? But he plays amazing, like so fast, but so lyrical, so melodical. It's just, it's great. Good record. Sullivan Fortner, one of the greatest things to check. Also, so it looks like a great festival.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Terrence Blanchard. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So speaking of West Coast, I just want to wrap up with this one here. And then someone is like really accelerating here.
What do you got?
I got this from Rob this week. We ordered last week. It was phenomenal. Thank you so much, Rob. This is the book from the Alice Coltrane exhibit. That's the catalog.
Oh, very cool.
Monument Eternal. It's a pretty hefty, really nice cover, texturized like in fabric. And I can't recommend this thing highly enough. There's just so much information here, interviews with the family, old concert posters, photos of her, like in the Indian temples. There's just so much stuff here.
That's incredible. Rob, I want one, Rob.
You see concert posters.
Is there any way you're going back?
It's not far, but I think with shipping and everything, it's like $72.
Okay.
Yeah,
you probably just order. You don't have to have it hand delivered by Rob.
I know locally you can get it here in New York from the people that publish it.
It's such a great document. Yes, I call the museum; they don't ship. So so I don't know if they can get from the publisher.
Mike, if you look and see if you can get it locally, if not all.
Okay, thank you, Rob.
There's like so many essays and interviews for so many people, and this is a great document and a testament to her work. There's like pictures of all the covers, including even cassette tapes. And this is
because there's how many cassettes? Because there's that one album they put out not too long ago was from her cassette, right?
Yeah, this one here.
What did she do?
Which one? You talking about the live one?
It was one of the meditative records.
Like her face like this. Yeah, like that.
That's a cassette, for example.
But they put a vinyl out from. I guess she just recorded straight to a cassette, right?
Yeah. This is beautiful, man. She did so much stuff in her Hindu community as well. So it has like the technical details on every single record. So many interviews, essays about her. Here's one of the cassettes, for example.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, so this is not a piece of plastic, but I think it explains a lot of those pieces of plastic.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, Mike, they have it on Amazon too.
Okay, I'll check it out. Actually, I'll pull it up. But before I do, I actually got an Alice Coltrane record this week. So this is like a perfect setup. So I'll just show that now. This, I was super lucky to get this. This is a 71 pressing of a monastic.
Would you call that a grail? Would you call that a grail?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Is this a grail? It's not a first pressing. A first pressing has a beautiful glossy cover. So this is
cheap.
Oh my god.
It's not cheap anymore, man.
That diminishes it quite a lot. Can you drink from this grail?
Music on this is, you do have Pharoah Sanders, and he's pretty wild to start, but then it kind of mellows out. I've only listened to it one and a half times so far. So it sounds, the pressing is really nice. I know this has been recently reissued.
It's Verve by request though. So
it is.
Well, actually, if you want a cheaper, better version than the Verve, Superior Viaduct did it in not 2017 or something like that.
That's
a very good one.
So in case you want to get rid of yours, and
besides pressing, what is this record about?
Okay, so this was a dedication. This is after John Coltrane died. It was essentially the closest musicians who were playing with him at the time, and were part of where he was taking the music. So they put out a tribute record for him about that, about that vision. Critically, at the time, critics were pretty harsh on this because I think they were thinking of the full Coltrane canon as something that they should have honored, but I think they totally missed the point about what this was. It's also, so I mean, that's kind of the background on it. The music's fantastic. So, I mean, it's a standalone, really good album. So I'm really happy to get it. And it's, what is it? Well, actually, let's just take a look at the cover. So you have this kind of cool, spooky font or whatever, but then here it says that this music is dedicated to the mystic Oni Darth, known as John Coltrane, during the period of September 23, 1926 to July 17, 1967. And it is like co-produced by Coltrane Records here. So it has this here as well.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Just a great cover.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a beautiful piece of music for sure.
I haven't heard that one, but I love all the other Alice Coltrane stuff I have so far.
It's fantastic. I actually just got rid of an Alice Coltrane record. I got rid of Eternity.
What?
Yeah, I got rid of that.
That's fucking weird. Okay.
So,
you're dead to Esposito. That's his favorite Alice Coltrane record.
I like there's key records that are really great. Journey to Satchidananda, obviously.
Yeah. That's probably my favorite.
I'm gonna post a video I did. I took video of the exhibit, and one of the best things of the exhibit is a wall with all her recordings, even the cassettes. And then there's a big sitting area in front of it with headphones coming out of what you sit on. It's some sort of couch.
Yeah.
And each headphone's labeled where you can listen to each album. It's kind
of a good way to get lights too and share it across the community.
Yeah, actually, there's lights as part of the exhibit.
Okay.
That is cool. That's pretty good. So what else? Oh, I just got a mail call today. You want to see my mail call?
Yes.
Do it.
Ding a ding a ding a ding a ding.
You're a male.
Okay. Pick a letter. F, K, or M.
K.
F U. Oh wait, F.
K. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the Freddie Hubbard.
Oh sweet.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No.
This this number as promo.
Yes.
Just came in. So let's see the next one. That's the candy bar.
Oh.
Yeah, these are the resonance. I just took them out of the box. Guys, don't even ask me anything.
The sound clip they posted for the Kenny Durham sounds really good.
Yeah.
They should be
How
good.
do they look, Felipe?
They look stellar.
Hmm.
They look amazing. Let me open this one. Okay. First time, okay? All right. Let's pull it.
I like the font.
I agree.
The picture.
So who all's on this one?
Let's see the booklet. Where's the booklet? It's right here.
Oh, shit.
Kenny was very dapper.
Oh, guess what?
There's
a map of New York.
Oh.
A map of the Bronx.
Wait, you hold that up, Felipe?
Huh?
Where do you hold that map up?
Sorry.
You hold it up to the camera? Okay.
There's a map of the Bronx, yes.
Cool.
Okay. And here's Kenny looking kind of badass.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Nice texting. Nice text here. Actually, Zev wrote part of it, the introduction.
Who does he play with on that? Who's the band?
I just put it out here. It's Sonny Red, Cedar Walton, Paul Chambers, and Dennis Charles on drums.
Oh shit! When was it recorded? Very cool.
In the Bronx in 1967.
Okay.
At the Blue Morocco, yeah. That's why they made a blue map of the blocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks pretty cool.
So is he was really in? Is it have a heavy Latin? swing?
Maybe I don't know. To be honest, I just opened the box. I just got it.
I did
Yeah,
sample.
they're RSC records, Jasmine.
Maybe there's like he starts with a blue bossa, you know.
Yeah, I did sample. So we got files, and I just quickly scanned. And the Mingus is cool. What was the other one I really liked?
So you just
Let's
ruined the
see.
next one that he was going to show.
That's
Well,
it.
is it not announced?
Yeah,
ruined the
Matthew Lutens did it.
Yes.
Is it that flat? Is it flat? Ooh. Ooh. So that makes it even better. Oh my god, that's the flatness factor here.
Well, I don't care. I've got a flattener anyway, just like you do.
Yeah, you know, yeah. So here it is. That's a Freddie Hubbard. Do you want me to open the Kenny Dorham? Let's open the Freddie Hubbard. The Freddie Hubbard's pretty heavy.
It's 3.
We'll have a draft video for all these.
Wait, how many discs are in the Kenny Dorham?
We have two.
Two?
Two.
In but the Freddie Hubbard's 3, I think, right?
Yeah. There's a 14. So side C is Bag's Groove. One single version here. 15 minutes of Bag's Groove.
Damn,
That's pretty cool.
that sounds cool.
Yeah, I can kill quarter of an hour with that. Here's another one from the live Blue Morocco as well. This was also in 1967. This was April. Kenny Dorham was in doesn't say the month here. This was in April 67. Same place, not at the same time.
Nice.
Really nice pictures
He
here.
plays with himself.
Yeah. Summertime, Bye Bye Blackbird. Yes, and
Are there
the
pictures
ones.
of him actually on fire?
yes. And for the non-believers, okay, he's a picture of the tape. You have a tape, okay? That's a tape, guys. Okay.
What type of tape was it? And was it baked?
Oh.
If it was baked, I need to know the temperature and time.
Oh man, that was the.
If that's not included, I'm sorry. Zev, get on it.
Well, if you knew the history of tape, you would know that 1967 is before you really had to bake them. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have the tape to bake if the band was baked? I don't know. Do you have
The band was definitely baked.
So
Who's
really
the
nice.
It's a tape that they turned digital and probably made sound better and then cut to a record.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Oh, there's even like Benny Maupin talking about him, Freddie Hubbard talking about it, Charles Tolliver, Kenny Barron. Everybody's talking about. Oh, pictures are nice.
Who's he play with on there? All those guys. Yeah.
Oh, Kenny Barron plays on it? Okay, I'm in, obviously. Herbie Lewis. I can't really read the names.
Okay. So let's open it. Let's see. Ooh. Man, this is totally flower power here, huh? Okay. So 3 records.
Yeah.
And, oh, beautiful montage.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
Okay.
Wait, what's the year on this? It's 67?
Yeah, both of them the same year. Yeah, just different months.
Okay, so what was Freddie Hubbard recording in 67?
I don't know.
Was he on Atlantic then?
I'll look it up.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, he was
Okay,
only
so
one.
67.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Backlash, probably.
Backlash came out just before this in 66. Yeah, and then you have a Hyena, then more Atlantic, High Pressure Blues, Souls, and Black Angel comes out in 69. So he's at his Atlantic run, just the start of his Atlantic run.
Yeah, about to go to CGI. Yes. Okay. So let's see the most important thing. Is it heavy? Yes, it is heavy. And is it flat? Is it that flat or that side? Should I say what?
It looks pretty damn flat.
Yeah, but they're no longer pressing them at RTI. So where are those pressed at?
Canada.
No, that's the last ones they pressed in Canada. Right?
Okay.
Zeb's been pressing all this shit in Canada for a while now.
Yeah. Now let's see what's going to happen. Yes.
Okay, so also I think the Kenny Dorham one, this is notable. So this is his discography. So that comes out right before his last lead record, A Trumpet Tribe, and then he dies in 72.
Yeah.
So in terms of discography, he was definitely cut short.
Yeah, I mean, Trompeta Toccata was his last record for Blue Note.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
So
Didn't he's on a Muse record, or is it an old recording?
Is it?
That Rocky Boyd thing?
That's a Rocky Boyd record.
Yeah, Is it? I bought my copy of Is It from Brandon a couple of years ago.
That's a great record too.
It is.
Rocky Boyd, Ease It is fantastic.
So yeah, it comes as a Don Donnelly. So now let's have here another triple record. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
This is the Charles Mingus. Look how he looks. So focused here.
Yeah.
He's about to punch somebody in the face.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Charles Mingus one. Charles Mingus in Argentina.
That looks like a first pick there, doesn't it, Mike? Like in the draft. Whoever gets the first pick.
the Mingus stylistically was pretty killer. I enjoyed it. So what year? I'm sorry if you just said this, but what year was that one?
1977.
77. Okay.
Buenos Aires. June 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, that's 10 years after 1967, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's the cover.
It looks very. Here's the thing. It looks very similar to the last record store day one, right? At Ronnie Scott's. Cover
That
looks
was great, man. That one was really excellent.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I didn't revisit that one.
Okay, let's see the booklet. For the non-believers. Here's the tape.
Who's
There
what
is a
non-believer?
tape, okay?
Is there a
Here's a
non-believer?
tape. It makes the whole difference in the world.
Yes.
What was actually recorded?
Tape
Yeah.
How
four.
many?
I-
Okay. Did they mark how many times they opened the tape box and let light in? If that is not included, I am sorry. That is like, come on.
Good point, Mike. Good
Is
point.
this so? Is this the does it have the 7-inch? Is that the one with the? That's not the one with the 7-inch.
That's it. That's this triple record here. Yeah.
Are you saying the 7-inch tape?
No, there's a. I'm thinking of a different one. The UCLA.
No, you're thinking of the 7-inch that Britney
No, there's a
Spears-
UCLA live recording from, I think from '77 that has a 7-inch with it.
This is the one that's coming out for Record Store Day next month.
Yeah, it's coming a month from now. And here it is, man. Saturday Night Fever.
That looks awesome.
Yeah. And of course,
So in terms of what he was doing in his discography, so 77, so he does changes 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Then he does 3 or 4 shades of blue in 77. And then he
that's a. I've looked at a copy of that Lionel Hampton. That's a weird record. It's kind of
that is
it's
weird.
not a
But
real-
Lionel Hampton and Charles Mingus go like back.
Yeah, but that I don't think
They go
that
back
was
to like the early
that.
50s together.
Okay. So, Mike, yes, let me finish showing the flatness of the record, just like the earth is flat.
Oh.
What is your hatred for flat records, Felipe? I don't understand.
People really picky about it. They're flat, they're warped, there's like thin corners or how the meter comes. So,
I think. Well, hang on. I'm going to take issue with this because you've done it like 6 times now. I do think that it's not too much to expect for a record plant to be able to press a flat fucking record.
I'm just picking. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something. The ones I've been getting lately are not flat.
I've had a pretty good look lately, but I don't give a shit anymore since I got $1,000.
Yeah, so do I. I've been flattening them.
Yeah, and I made a point on Discord this week. You know, people complain about dish warps. In some cultures, dishes are flat. So what's up with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they look amazing. We're gonna split those, go over, need to clean them and everything. Go over, yeah. Then,
you know. Speaking of Warped Records, what's funny about them, especially I miss VMP for one real reason. Whenever I got a Warped record from Vinyl Me Please, they would just send me a whole nother one. So then I just flatten the first one and sell it. It was kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Guys like you put them out of business or putting them out.
Bro, that's what they get, bro. Fuck them. I don't
I
care.
don't know, man. Looks like Doji is working at Vinyl Me Please today.
Yeah, no shit, exactly.
It was like,
Making people use nonsense words.
Oh, shit, that's funny. That's a good one. Rob sent me some cool stuff this week. You want to see it?
sure.
Yeah. So I haven't listened to this one yet, but I'm very excited about it. So this is the CD. It's Fred Anderson with DKV Trio.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, so this trio is Ken Vandermark, Hamid Drake, and Kent Kessler on bass. This is a fucking killer trio. I've got some other stuff they did. So
Did you say Fred Anderson's on that?
Yeah, dude, yeah, it's him with them.
Yeah, I found 2 copies of it. I kept one for myself.
I'm really stoked about it. So thank you so much, Rob, for sending this to me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the Velvet Lounge was Fred Anderson's club.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah. I got something within there.
That was really cool. What's the other one? Shit. Hang on. Here we go. And I forgot the context of this, but
Yeah, right here. Velvet Lounge.
nice. Hang on.
You got him.
Velvet
man.
Jones.
Cool.
This would
With Hamid Drake again.
Toshinori
Nice.
Kondo on trumpet.
You should throw that in my pile, man. That looks fucking sweet. I'll have to check more. I'll have to check more Fred Anderson stuff out. I mean, I got some of this stuff, but then I got this, which is awesome.
That's
Cool. So was this part of that new box they just did? That Blue Note just did? Was that the context?
Yes, it is. It's an LT. It's the LT with a pool table, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I think this has more on it than just that LT though, because it's got 2 groups. Here, check it out. It's got 2 groups. I'll read them to you. So the first 6 tracks are Lee Morgan, Fathead Newman, Cedar Walton, Ron Carter, and Billy Higgins, which is perfect for me, obviously, with Cedar Walton, Billy Higgins, and Fathead. Then the other band for tracks 7 to 13, I guess, it's Lee Morgan, Julian Priester, George Coleman, Harold Mayburn, Walter Booker, and Mickey Roker, which is just a killer.
Yeah, that's one of his last bands.
Which I'm sorry, I missed the title.
This is the Sonic Boom. It's the CD version. So the second session was available as part of the Procrastinator, which is, I think, one of those twofers.
Yeah, it's a twofer.
I have that.
Yeah. So it's pretty sweet. So, and this is I'm gonna throw away this jewel case. I don't know if you see this, but it's, the Connoisseur series. It's got a little thing there, and it's got a nice kind of.
Oh yeah.
And he was playing Mickey Roker. If I'm not mistaken, was it Dizzy Gillespie that took Mickey Roker for him? I think it was.
Maybe so. So we got those 2 things, and then this record, which I really enjoyed. Listen, this is on Catalyst. I've wanted this forever just because the cover is fucking cool. So it's Ahmad Jamal, Oil Can, recorded live at Oil Can Harry's, which I don't know where that. Look at that!
I think it's in Northern California.
Yeah, probably. Doesn't say here, but you got this is kind of cool because it's a quintet. You got Ahmad Jamal obviously on piano, Calvin Keys on guitar from those awesome Black Saint records.
Yeah.
Or not Black Saint, Black Jazz records. John Hurt on bass, Frank Gant on drums, and then Selden Newton on conga. So they got some conga action going. So
sweet.
Yeah, I was really excited to get that. So thank you, Rob.
Hey, Chris, you're right. It's the B side on this.
What is? Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it is.
So this is that Catalyst record label, which is pretty sweet. I've got one other record that they put out, which is that Teramasu Hino Live in Berlin, I think it's called.
Yeah,
right? With the green cover.
They issued a lot of Japanese records, like Avamal Waldron on that. Yeah,
I like it. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited for that DKV trio because I haven't listened to any Ken Vandermark in a few weeks, so I need to get kind of
it's really good. It's really good. I just want to show something. The vinyl comes out in April,
That's
but
fair.
this is the CD. It's Steve Lehman Trio with Mark Turner, and it's the music of Anthony Braxton.
Yeah,
This is going to be one of the best records released this year. I'm telling you. It's a live recording. It's recorded at it was recorded at what is it what is it called, ETA, which is now closed. Jeff Parker did his recordings there, his live recordings. This is such a killer set.
What label?
You can hear the crowd responding, and if you're afraid of Anthony Braxton, listen to this. This is probably be a gateway for you.
Yes, I also found it.
Yeah,
I'm only afraid if he collapses on stage when I saw him.
Most of the Anthony, the Anthony Braxton sort of tribute records that are done by people that have some association with him are, more close to the vest, like Anthony Braxton, how Anthony Braxton would do it. This is different. This is different. I mean, this group is so freaking on fire.
They're solid.
I know they're performing here in New York at the end of the month, and they're performing on the last day of Big Ears Festival. So
cool.
I'm gonna
This
really check around. And there's the back cover.
Yeah. This record went on sale last Friday. I showed it here also, but I didn't have a copy yet. It looks amazing.
Yeah,
I think I might just buy the CD. I mean, how's the CD sound? Good.
Oh, it's great. I'm just telling people that want the vinyl. The vinyl comes out in April.
Is it a 2 LP or a single?
Nope. It's I don't know. The CD is one single CD.
Well, right. But,
No, it can't be 2 LP because it's like 40 something minutes or 50 minutes.
All right.
The single, yeah.
It's pretty sweet. Maybe I'll get the vinyl. I don't know. It seems like a good one.
The vinyl will be good because I like the art. I like the artwork on.
I love the concept.
And the vinyl is only going to be. I know it's like $22 or something like that. They're not.
No.
And breaking your arm for it.
So another record that came out earlier this year, I think in January.
Hang on, real quick. Let's show that. Let's show this page so if people want to buy it, they can.
Yeah, I dropped the link here.
Cool.
There's vinyl 25 and the CD's 14, and you can also sample to check it out. I actually muted and listened to a little bit of it, and it definitely sounds cool. So this might be one to grab.
Oh, for sure.
Well,
another record was CD only earlier. MTB. It will be released on vinyl by Elemental.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna buy that.
I think next month. Yeah, I got a CD. I'm cool with that. That's also a candidate for the top of the year because it's a really good record, really solid.
Is that for RSD or is it just coming out from Elemental?
No, I think no on RSD. The only thing Elemental is doing 2 records for RSD: the Bill Evans and Patsy Cline, which I declined a copy.
You declined a copy? I would have taken the Patsy Cline. Man, I love Patsy Cline. Damn it! Don't
It's
decline.
one of my mom's
shit.
favorite.
Yeah, Patsy Cline's awesome.
Yeah.
But so they sent in a copy of the Bill Evans.
The Bill Evans. We're getting the Bill. Besides those 2, we're getting Bill Evans too. So then we can figure out.
We can Indian leg wrestle for the extra record.
Felipe hates Patsy Cline. That's the biggest thing.
Who said that?
Yeah. I got that. I was on that country track for Vinyl Please for a little while. They actually put out some really cool shit.
They sent me one of the. Yeah, sorry, Chris. They sent me one of the Dolly Parton records by mistake. It was amazing.
They send you the Beyonce, Chris?
No, fuck no, dude. No, I'm not into that. No. Anything recorded past like 1987 is dead to me, basically, as far as country goes, man.
Yeah, that's
maybe some Garth Brooks, is probably fine. But
speaking of which, Chaperone put a single today called "The Giver." Is a country song. It is pretty good.
Yeah. What about Dwight Yoakam put out some good stuff in the early 90s?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying 90s are okay, but it's like much beyond that. Once the bro country showed up, I'm out.
Yeah,
if you go to Felipe's house on his TV, is on a loop that scene in the Patsy Cline movie where the plane crashes into the mountain. He just keeps talking that.
Is Achy Breaky Heart bro country? Is that what you mean?
No, dude, no. The bro country is like kind of hip hop sounding country. It's fucking
like Kid Rock.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm guessing no one
worse than that, which is hard to do.
I'm guessing no one of you has it, but maybe David knows it. One of the Vault releases by Third Man many years ago was a Loretta Lynn record produced by Jack White. That record kicks ass.
Oh yeah.
You mean with the Portland, Oregon song?
No, it's a whole record. It's called Van Leo Rose.
No, yeah, but doesn't have it come out in like 2004 or something? Is that something?
No, it was like about 10 years ago or so.
Oh, okay.
There wasn't even third man record in 2004. No.
Oh God, the scary thing is that 2004 was like 20 years ago. It's fucking horrifying.
Yeah. If you follow the All Songs Considered show on NPR, they start in 2000, so they just turned 25. So they're doing monthly shows of every 5 years, like 2000, 2005, and for every year they pick like the main records of that year, the main songs. It's pretty cool to kind of go back there and see the stuff that was going on in those years. It's pretty interesting. Yeah.
I'm not gonna make myself big, but I want to go on a quick soapbox here.
Yeah,
so,
that was a duet with Jack White.
Or not.
No,
The Morgan song was a duet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's really good. Maybe I got the years wrong, but
yeah, I think the Loretta Lynn thing came out in 2014 or so. It was about
okay. Sorry.
with Jack White, yes, and it was cool. That package came with a 7-inch, came with some pins, the record. It came with a DVD with a whole recording. It was good. So
wow.
she performing all the songs in the studio.
You said it was a vault package?
It was a vault, yes.
Oh yeah. They do those up really nicely. I think
those
Carlson
vaults.
got the new 7-inch Iggy Pop Stooges box.
I got that one too. It's pretty cool.
I used to buy all the Pearl Jam vaults when they would come out, but they just put out some like.
And then you realize they were horrible and you threw them away.
No, they're not horrible. You're an idiot. No, they just put out some kind of lame shows that had already been done over the last couple of times. So I'm like, fuck this. I don't pay.
No, they had one of the vault packages of Pearl Jam record. They recorded. They played a gig at Third Man because they have a
I'm talking about Pearl Jam though.
No, Pearl Jam. They recorded a gig at Third Man.
Right.
Okay,
But do you have the vault releases they do that's not part of Third Man?
Yes, I have almost all of them. Yeah, since the beginning. Yeah.
The song I'm talking about, and it's before I moved to Portland. It's on Van Leer Rose, which came out in 2004 is when it was released.
Yeah, so this vault was a different one. She played a different band and everything. Yes.
Yeah. But that song's really good.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to pump up Portland. It's just a cool song.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up this Loretta Lynn record.
You're
it's
a
cool
Portland fanboy.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna pick it up.
Oh, you're gonna pick it up? Oh, okay. All right, well, I'll go on the little rant now that Mike's gone. He's hiding from the controversy.
I've got a whole Portland section separated in my CDs.
Bro country fucking sucks because it's formulaic claptrap. It's like, in the back of my truck on the tractor, just the same old bullshit. Fake.
Oh, wait.
Hang on, no, I'm not waiting. Shut the fuck up.
You
I know
could
what you mean, though. I know
be
exactly
a star,
what you mean.
Chris.
It's
Can
like
we
they're
sign that
using
boy to a
formula
contract?
write their
Bears and
lyrics.
Daisy Dukes.
It's just
And
fake
it's
bullshit for a bunch of retro, just horrible motherfucking MAGA chuds that have no substance in their lives. So listen to
Wannabe
that
Dukes of
bullshit.
Hazzard.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, and it's all. I mean, real decent country and good country was like the outlaw shit in the 70s, where they're like, "Fuck the government," Like that's where it all came from. Just like moonshiners, like fucking NASCAR. You got all these Trumpers watching that shit, and they don't realize it came from fucking moonshine outlaws that didn't want to fucking do what the government wanted them to do. So anyway, So yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
cool.
if
you come to Charlotte, the Hall of Fame, the NASCAR Hall of Fame, there's a whole section that's just the old cars and all that stuff from that time when they were running from the law.
Yeah, dude.
Stuff is
I mean,
badass.
you look at like Chris Christopherson and Willie Nelson and fucking Waylon Jennings back in the day when they were very progressive. It wasn't, this stupid bullshit. Anyway, that's it.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Well, NASCAR is too busy suing Michael Jordan now.
Yeah, no shit.
Hey, there's the new Brad Pitt movie that comes out, Formula One. My friend is working on it, but he plays a guy who raced NASCARs moving to Formula One in the story.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to see good records?
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Now, let Rob's show.
Straight up big.
You're a penis.
I kind of like the full on.
I found this for Mike. I found a copy of this for Mike.
Is it a grail, Rob? Is it a grail?
of all the shit he's
Kind
been
of.
shown lately, this is more of a grail than anything he's shown.
I love that.
It's tough to find.
Speaking of Sonny Simmons,
He chose poorly.
this you can get a gray market, which is I had, but today I found an OG stereo copy of this.
Beautiful.
Oh,
so
cool.
It came out in '65, but I was reading that they don't know the exact date of this recording. They think it's when Sonny Simmons went to New York and he stayed for 5 months because he hated it. This was
Is that like a comp of different sax guys?
It's one album they all play on.
Fucking sick.
And it's really good. It is. The recording's good. There's one song where I really can't tell the difference between Sonny and Clifford Jordan, but Prince pretty much plays the flute. It's really good. And they do the song selections are really good. They do Moanin'. They do Blue Mon.
Love for Sale. That looks great.
It's
Days of Wine and Roses. Love it.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. There's nothing avant-garde or weird about it. So it's good.
Yeah, but it's got some interesting players on. It's pretty nice.
I mean, there's no copies of this one on Discogs, the stereo version. So, but it's not an expensive record. If you want to try and get an OG, it's not that.
If you get tired of it, put it in my pile.
I can send you the other copy I have. It's fine if you want. I found the volume 2 of this. It's just solo Warne Marsh from '59 at the half note.
Does it sound like shit? And is it like weird little pieces?
I just found it today, but here's what he's playing.
That's cool. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Back in '57, those West Coast players, they did a lot of like solo, duo, trio stuff, and I feel like he was part of that. Those guys, I think, right? Was Warne Marsh in the '50s like a West Coast guy?
Yeah, he's a West Coast guy because he's on. But my favorite song is number 4. No, I don't know.
He has a really good record on Atlantic.
I found
He was born in LA in 1927. 1927.
He died on stage. He had a heart attack on stage.
He died in 1987 at the age of 60.
I found a white promo copy of this.
I think I have a white promo.
Yeah, that's a great record.
I like that one a lot.
All right, let's stop down for a second. Hang on, Rob. So, which is the best Death Wish movie?
The first one.
Well, if you like murdering, Death Wish 5, because
5 is good.
He kills like 150 people.
He puts like a bomb in a ball, right? And rolls the ball.
Yeah. You know what? It depends what kind of mood you're in. The best one, technically, for me, is the second one.
Death Wish 2 is the best one, yes.
Because the daughter's married horrible, and he finds each one of them. Lawrence Fishburne has the best death. He holds up a boombox and it explodes in his head. He shoots it right through the boombox. Yeah. And he brought back Vince. What's that actor? The old actor.
Vincent Borgnine.
No,
Ernest Borgnine.
Ernest Borgnine
in the first one. He follows him out to LA in the second one. But it has the best scene. Do you believe in Jesus? He goes, yeah. He goes, you're going to meet him.
Boom. That's a good one.
But even the shitty ones he made for Canon Films, those are good too. I like them.
Yeah.
So this is good.
Jazzbones Mike, have you seen any of the Death Wish movies?
I've seen Death Wish 1 and 2.
Too long.
The first one, Jeff Goldblum is one of the thugs.
Yeah, that's his first movie he was in. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum was the Joker.
Okay, she had. So I love Blossom Dearie. She had her own label. The covers are not the greatest.
Yeah,
but she plays on this with Bob Crenshaw. Right?
Yeah, I have the CD of that.
Bob Crenshaw. This is excellent. This is really good.
I think stylistically this means that she finally got the address to what's the name of that guy? The orchestra guy. Oh my gosh. I just blanked on it.
Well, that was going to be a comment, Felipe, but you're
drunk. Well, she was married to Bobby Jaspar.
Yeah, no, not Bobby Jaspar.
No. All right. So next is This was a good find this week. I found the classic records version of this.
Sorry, Rob. Can you just rewind? Can you go back?
Yes. Who is it, Felipe?
Right corner. They have the same hairdresser.
Yeah, no shit.
Bob Denver or John Denver.
There's a couple live Blossom Dearie early stuff that really good.
But a lot of her own record label was Daffodil Records. She did about 9 or 10 records on her label. A lot of them are live. This is not live. She has one double album with Ron Carter on it. It's really good stuff.
Yeah. All right, hang on. Before Lee Morgan, have y'all seen the Asian Charles Bronson dude that like looks just like him, but he's like Asian?
He's not Asian. He's from Hungary, I think. Or
Hungary. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
And he looks just like him, and
he literally looks just like him, dude.
Yeah, but he opens his mouth with a horrible thick accent.
Yeah.
He should just not talk in these movies.
No, 100%.
Oh man.
Yes, Robert Bronzy, dude. No shit. That's him.
Yeah.
Yes.
What the hell happened?
I so wanted these movies to be good, and they're not.
No, they're terrible. I watched one of them too. All right, let's keep going. What you got, Lee Morgan?
Yeah, this is the classic records version. I have a Japanese I'm going to sell. So this sounds excellent. They replicate the deep groove really nicely. It's good.
I have that Japanese press. It's good.
Yeah, that's like 300 grams.
I think the deep groove adds a kick in the 800 hertz.
Well, you know, it's probably mostly because they just boost the bass in the mids. So you know.
This weighs as much as a manhole cover.
Yeah.
This is excellent. This is a tribute to Mal Waldron on Enja. It really is very good. This guy is excellent. Most of them are covers, but he wrote one song.
Mal is back in fucking town.
Yeah, that's got to be good.
That guy plays hard and heavy. It's truly just
the boys are back in town, but it's a jazz version, so it's Mal's back in town.
I found a Black Bee Van Gelder of this. Sounds excellent.
I need a copy of that.
Sweet record.
I have the
I saw my Japanese a few months ago when I bought my OG.
Yeah. But this is has a little noise, but it's really good. So,
you know what doesn't have any noise? Hang on. You know what doesn't have any noise is the Tone Poets that they put out. Or is that a classic? I can't remember.
I have the Tone Poet.
Yeah.
It's a Tone Poet.
I haven't listened to this yet. This is a private press jazz record. I think this is the only record this woman put out, Roberta Davis.
I just saw that record today.
You did?
That's wild.
Yeah.
She's from Minneapolis. I think she's from Minneapolis, but I've not listened to it yet.
Cool.
That. But here's the I'll show the Grail. This really is the Grail.
Okay.
Let's see it.
Someone's already, don't anyone ask for this. Someone's already asked.
Yeah, but I am more important than anyone else that may have asked. So
I don't want it. I don't want it.
I know who's getting that.
Who's getting it? Just tell us.
I'm not going to
I
tell
guarantee you that's going to Felipe.
No, it's not going to Felipe.
Okay.
There's one person who's here, regular loyal person.
Okay.
Every time I show, every record I show, they go, "Hey, can I get that from you?"
So
Do
that.
Fluffy?
Yeah.
It's not.
I used to have the OJC.
I have the OJC. It's very
No,
Even this.
Yeah.
Sorry,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, do that, Rob. You're taking one more step to heaven.
So that's 12-inch. This material here, the Alcone material, this is the 10-inch from probably 53 or 54. But this material is, I think, side A on what Rob's is, and then side B, I think, is another 10-inch or outtakes or something like that.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 10-inches is what that record is.
Okay.
Oops.
But it's a good one. I love the early Miles stuff. I think it's probably an acquired taste, like if you're getting into him, but like I love these.
This is not,
visually,
this is not in the best shape, but it sounds great.
It has, I forget the artist, but I love that cover. He did it.
He's the guy that did early Mad Magazine shit.
No, not early. He's all Don Martin. He wrote all through Mad Magazine.
Okay. Yeah, it's cool. I don't understand. Let's see that cover again, because are they basketball players? Because they have like little basketball jerseys on with numbers. It's really fucking weird.
Yeah, I think no, it might be wrestlers. Isn't that a wrestler?
What's the artist name again, Rob?
Don Martin.
Don Martin. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really weird.
Wrestling outfits.
Get little singlets on.
But I just like the colors and the
it's great
setup.
Someone already got ownership of that. And then
hold on. I want to just give me 1 second. Sorry to hold everybody up. I wanted to just show the Don Martin covers.
He goes for a lot of money.
Here we go. Okay, so he did on Prestige this one from 56. Okay, this has Sonny Rollins, Kenny Dorham, John Lewis, Max Roach. That's pretty killer. Brew Moore.
Wow.
He's a cool. I think he plays tenor sax, and he's really
never
hard
seen
to
this
play.
record.
Really
I
hard to
bought a copy once again.
Very cool. So he did that.
I don't know. I had a Brew Moore record I got rid of because it was boring.
This is this is Miles. This one is cool. Okay, so this one's really cool. The sound on it is questionable, but the first song they do is called 4 and 1 More. Is that right? Yeah, 4 and 1 More, or Five Brothers. That's one, track 3, and that's a famous. I think it might be Jimmy Jufrey who wrote it when they were all in like the Shorty, or no, the Herd, the
Woody
Herman, like Woody Herman's like second or third Herd or something.
Yeah,
and that is a great track that people cover, and this is a great version of it with the original guys. So anyway, that's a pretty cool one. The cover, I guess it's fine.
That's cool. It's weird.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's
No,
like
is that the go back to that real quick? So that's the brothers from that band, like the Four Brothers band.
Well, that's the song. Okay, so you have Stan Getz and his 4 brothers: Zoot Sims, Al Cohn, Al Eager, Brew Moore, and I'm pretty sure these were all Woody Herman guys.
Yeah. Mike, Notes and Tones, was there a different? Do you remember if there's a different group of sax player that were? I thought like Dexter Gordon was part of like something called the Four Brothers or something. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, I think there are a number of, at least like 2 groups of the brothers. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's a big one also, the one that I saw. Four Brothers.
So anyway, so those are like the 3, and then he did the Sonny Stitt one. And again, all of this material was originally on 10-inch. For the covers he did, these were all reissues of 10-inch material. And then it looks like he did an Art Farmer one, and that's his last one for Prestige. And again, this I'm pretty sure is all 10-inch material. That's why it's all like usually 2 groups, 2 recording dates, etc. So these are great to get because those 10 inches are sometimes they're just like there's none available of a lot of them. So, and that material's like the 10-inch 53, 54 years are so fun. I feel like, I don't know, if you know type thing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't like collecting 10 inches and whatever. Like,
well, you don't have to. You just buy all the 12 inches where they reissued the same shit like over and over again. You don't have to buy the 10 inches if you don't want to. And then you get twice as much music for the same price or less.
Yeah, but that's fair. But there is 10-inch material that wasn't reissued on 12-inch. There's a whole, there's years of jazz music.
Go to Japan.
There's like 3 years of jazz music that was recorded on 10-inch that wasn't on 12-inch, right?
Yeah, but I'm also including like early LPs that took 78 material, which I know a lot of people have issues with that too. I do not.
I don't have any issues with that. A lot of that, I mean, I don't know, whatever. Yeah.
So
there's plenty of ways to get old ass shit that's awesome. That's for sure.
Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah. So anyway.
And and I heard through the grapevine, speaking of 78s, maybe there's going to be some collection of Quebec songs. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not sure exactly what's going to be in there, but there's rumors flying around.
Oh,
see, Levin, I agree with this. Just buy CD boxes for that old.
Exactly, shit. They have everything there, or Japanese pressings. They're going to be immaculate.
I agree.
Yeah.
I will stand up for collecting original pressings. I think it is, for me, it just.
Well, really, Mike just joined the OBC.
They're gorgeous.
Well, I'm just saying because I do it, and I will say like. I have a really fun time doing it, and it makes me engage with music in a particular way that I discover stuff through it, and I think it's like really fun to do it that way. But of course, I mean, CDs are fine. I'm probably going to get that CD from Pi Records, Mike, that you showed over the LP. Like that type of stuff, I'm fine with getting a CD. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. If anything, I prefer because it's less space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the old stuff, I feel like diving into old stuff and having it is like, I feel like I pay more attention to it.
I have it.
You know, I like to drop the needle and hear the old vinyl, like how, like some noise and stuff, like how like a 52 pressing sounds. I like to hear it. Like it's really fun.
That's fair.
So,
agreed. I like.
Japanese hear the music.
Hey, does everyone remember? Does everyone remember a couple years ago when little Mikey didn't own a CD player?
I didn't own a CD player.
I remember like 3 years ago, I'd show my CDs and people would just laugh, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm. I want to show another one CD because it sort of comes out of a conversation that I had with Felipe. This one here, this is Trio 3. It's Reggie Wakeman, Andrew Surreal. They did there was a long-standing trio they had, and they used a lot of the CDs. They had like guests. Like this one is Jason Moran. There's another one with Jerry Allen. And I think, Felipe, you have the one with Vijay Iyer.
Yes.
Oh, no kidding. Vijay Iyer.
They're all freaking excellent.
It's like the Vijay Iyer is like early 90s. One of the
this one is 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
And this label only does CDs. So
what label is that?
It's Intact.
It's from Europe, yes.
Yeah, it's a Swiss label, I believe. Yeah.
Fucking sweet, dude. I'm gonna have to check that out. It looks great.
And then there's one more I want to show. This guy, Chris Cheek. I have a lot of his CDs, but Jerome Sabah's next release on his label is Chris Cheek's recording. Cool. So, and he's an excellent player. He did early on. He did a lot of he did some albums with Brad Mehldau as under his own name, as under Chris Cheek's name. Brad Mehldau, Ethan Iverson, that are really good. Most of them are on the Fresh Sounds New Talent label, and I think a couple of them may be on vinyl, but I have all the CDs. So.
Yeah,
cool.
No, that stuff is killer.
Yeah.
So so let's go over a couple things that I got from Mike actually this week. Oh, I didn't bring one up here. So last week I talked about the Black Pigeons, and I got this one from Mike as well. Jacob Bro and Joe Lovano at the Village Vanguard.
Oh wow, cool cover.
Anything by Jacob Bro, just get it because it takes you somewhere else. It does take you somewhere else. The level of composition, execution is just like, it's easy to call it ambient, but I think it goes deeper than that. The level of musicianship here, and to me, one of the best the current contemporary musicians that I really dig. Any record him, I think it rocks, is Larry Grenadier. I really like his bass lines. The way
is that available regularly, or you could only get it at the shows?
No, you got to go to. You can find on Bandcamp. Go to his Bandcamp.
Yeah, it's on his. It's on Jacob Bandcamp or Jacob Bros. It might be. I don't. It's on one or the other.
Yeah, and the label is Loveland Music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite. I watched a clip with him recording with Lee Correns.
Lee Correns,
yeah. He's like telling him what to do, and he goes, "Just fucking." And Lee Correns goes, "I'll just fucking play what I want to play, right?"
Yeah. At that age, who's gonna tell him what to do?
Yeah, that's the Black Pigeons they showed last week. There's so much more. There's a record called Balladeering with Lee Konitz and Paul Motion.
Yeah, that's so good. I'm I'll grab mine. Let me see.
And those records like extremely well recorded, and the music's so compelling, sucks you in. They put the stairs of the Vanguard. It's really cool stuff. If you, yeah.
It looks good.
I can tell
Actually,
you.
I have to say, I'm not a huge fan of the cover of that record. It really kind of makes like, I don't know, like it gives me a perception of the style that I feel like is probably wrong.
No, it's very ambient. It's very relaxed and slow. Builds, and I think the bass lines of Larry Grenadier, they just transform the music. They give like a how can I say this, organic, always like changing, morphing. It's just so good. You can get tired of this one. Either one. And the Black Pigeons is cool because the soundtrack, and they kept dialogues of the musicians talking about the songs in between songs.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the best documentaries that I've seen on music.
Yeah,
in quite a while. Where it's just the musicians. Basically, it's the musicians and they're talking, and I think I don't know if there's any like talking heads in the documentary, but it's great. And Konitz is like it's good because he can he's just Lee Konitz and he sort of like steals the documentary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, I have a few more records to show. Can I? Because I know you guys talked about these, but oh my freaking God, how good these. So I got my Sam record, Some Raz.
Yeah.
And I have to say, it sounds like it was recorded like yesterday.
Yes.
That's how good it sounds. Some Ra like is mired in so many different levels of recording, like to very archival. It's all over the place. So I can't believe how well this is recorded.
They were recorded in Chicago, correct?
So they used actually the best studio in Chicago to record this record. It's not like a regular transition. Though it was crappy, They used the state-of-the-art studio in Chicago to record this.
Right, because this I picked for some reason. I've been finding some Ra records like crazy. I found this. This is a live show. This is excellent.
Yeah.
But some of them are like archival sounding. These sound amazing. Yeah. And they're well worth the price we paid for them.
So would you say that they didn't sound muffled?
No, it literally sounds like it was recorded not that long ago. That's how good it is. Everything's crystal clear. Like we anoint or put these mastering engineers on pedestals. This guy that they got doing these is a French guy, right?
Yeah, he mastered and Kevin. Yeah.
And then this pressing plant that he's using now, these are fantastic.
And that's digital. That is digital.
There's a digital transfer from the tape, yes.
I understand, but again,
why the
extra step helps.
All Sam records do that process. They don't send the tapes to Kevin. They send
if I'm going to be critical, the little booklets feel like I went to a Friday night service, and this is what they give out at the service.
Yeah,
he could have done it.
They were originally too. They were like fucking photocopies.
Pretty crap, yeah. Xerox machine, yeah.
Yeah. But excellent.
No, yeah. This is top notch for sure.
Okay,
Felipe, who's the producer of Transition? What's his name?
Tom Wilson.
Tom Wilson. Yeah.
So I've said this before, but I'm just going to quickly say it again. When he just graduated from college, so he was like 22 when he started this label, if I'm not mistaken. And he was on a budget. So those records, they don't have a backing. They just have a printed insert. That's probably just a cost-saving thing. A lot of them are pressed on polystyrene. That was probably another cost-saving thing. So they're done on a budget, but the recordings are fantastic. So to get and put them out is it's like, that said, I don't know if they're all polystyrene, but I do, because I have one of them and it is. And that's why the labels fall off of Transition.
Yeah, but
that's one.
every OG I've seen in person looks horrible, and the labels fall off.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious. Mike has the Delmark put these out. I would hope those sound good because it seems like the recording was a good
They probably
recording.
do sound good.
Yeah, I didn't buy. I have the Delmarks, and I didn't buy the Sam. I decided to stick with my Delmarks, and
Yeah, that's fair.
you know, I mean, I'm happy with them. They sound good. I'm sure maybe Sam the vinyl may be better or something like that, but yeah, I'm happy with it.
Well, for us, it was sweet because they just sent us a copy, so that's the best price ever. It was very exciting.
Last week I misplaced it. I wanted to show this record, that this Ornette Coleman one that came out in '87, where obviously
is Dion singing on that or what?
He was auditioning for Miami Vice, I think.
Yeah.
But so this is a double LP on, I think, his own label, right? Caravan of Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
So the first record, they call it the original quartet, but obviously Ed Blackwell passed away, so it's Billy Higgins. This sounds exactly like his Atlantic records with them. Awesome. It's really good.
Oh no, Billy Higgins was the original drummer.
He was?
Yeah.
Then when did Ed Blackwell come in?
Like the Atlantic stuff. Huh?
Yeah, the Atlantic stuff, exactly.
That's okay. So that's what I said. That Black. So then this is his prime time, right? Group with his son. So it's a cool double album.
Hold on, I just want to jump back to the Sun Ra really quick.
Okay.
For people who are interested, there's a channel that I think they're relatively new, but they have like this fancy hi-fi setup, and they do needle drops on really old rare records, including the Sun Ra. So this is I've been listening to a lot of needle drop channels, this one in particular, because I really do like to hear how the vinyl sounds, and you can hear it. And I will say that this sounds like it was pressed on good vinyl, not the polystyrene. That's why I always caveat. I'll drop a link to this if anybody wants to check it out.
So you can tell it's good. Just look at the background on the behind the record.
Yeah, but you can hear if there's noise, Felipe.
Well, don't those roses or tulips affect the sound?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you look to the very left of the screen, the little tiny piece there.
Yeah.
That is an airtight amplifier. That's all I'm gonna say.
This?
Yes.
So what does that mean? Is that like a sugar cube?
That's one of the best amplifiers in the world.
Oh, is it? Okay. So this guy has a really nice setup, apparently. But anyway, so I recommend subscribing to him because I like to, like I mentioned earlier, I'm just tripling down on it now. I think it is fun to hear how the old records sound. Like that is that I feel like if I'm going to invest the money and I can get the OGs that are in nice condition for as much as a reissue, I kind of want to get the earlier one because I get that, I get a data point basically. It's fun to listen to.
Hey, by the way, that is on the wall at Atomic. If anyone wants an OG, it's still on the wall.
There's other cool elements of that.
There is, but I really love listening to needle drops just for that kind of that fact.
He's over $1,000.
But what else do you think, Brandon?
It's just fun to have to know that someone bought this at that time and enjoyed it. It's fun. The history that comes with old records is pretty cool. I mean, I really enjoy that. I kind of am the same with I have all these old lenses, and it's really cool to know that someone shot with them as well. It's just
I've got an old record to show tonight too, Brandon.
That sounds ominous, Dave.
You know what would be a good plot for a horror movie?
Is it a 78? Is it a 78? Let's see it.
No, I think Rob had something to show.
Can you show your Sun Ra 78 since we're talking about Sun Ra? Do you have that?
No, I'm not going to dig them out tonight. Look, Rob's got something to show. Hold on.
All right.
No, I don't think I showed this. Did I show this last week?
No, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I have that somewhere.
Yeah, this is like you were talking last week. I didn't show last week because you were talking how good these 1970 pressings sound.
Well, yeah, when they do when they reissue something, it often sounds really good. The ones that came out that year sound good too.
So this genre is called high life, but it's just African.
It's a drum group.
Yeah, it's
Kinda
really
like
good.
the Blakey record.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is very good. Sounds great. Van Gelder, awesome.
No,
Very,
it's not
very
easy to find.
No, not easy to find at all. And I
No.
found it for a good price. So very happy.
It's
And then,
yeah,
Mike, I
very
picked
cool.
this up because I remember you got this when they reissued it.
Mm.
Yeah.
So this is like a very, if you can't find OGs of this.
Yeah, it's like a 300, maybe more, $300.
But this,
Maybe three to 500.
I have several of these like Trey's Jazz Club reissues. They're usually very good. And this, I had to send it back because there was a scratch on mine. Because whoever's doing these paper sleeves, stop it with the paper.
Yeah, fuck paper sleeves.
So I found that. That's it. I'm done. Found enough.
Oh,
Done.
For a second, I thought it was an OG. I was going to say, put it in my pile.
Yes, give me $700.
Yeah.
Oh, I found this.
Dom's got an original.
I did find a bunch of OG Cure and REM records. I'm very happy with those.
No, let's see that. Yeah,
You want to see those?
Yeah,
of course. Especially the
Okay.
Cure.
Let me.
Murmur's the best one.
Well, there you go. So
Oh, wow.
I've been kind of talking with Tim, University of Vinyl, and now I look at every 80s record I find to see if it's translucent. So I found OG. I'm going to try and get all the REM IRS records first. And this Murmur's translucent. I mean, this Chronic Town is translucent. Really cool. Then I found this Cure Pornography translucent. This is the US. And I found a US Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. So I'm going to get rid of the reissue that came out last year. I have that. So also found an OG Stereo of Love. This is an awesome record. So
nice.
What are you, 90?
What am I, 90?
Yeah, it's a very Mazzy record of you. It's very Mazzy of you.
I am 90. And then found this. I don't know if anyone knows anything about this Prince record. It's a bootleg, but it's a very popular bootleg.
Well, since it's crucial, so I mean, Miles Davis.
Well, some people say it's not Miles Davis playing on here, but there is a song where it sounds like Miles Davis playing on this.
I just saw that the other day too.
Well, you should. Obviously all the places you could sell, you can't sell bootlegs anymore. But I saw one place that sold this for like 150.
Translucent means, hang on, Andora's Revenge. Translucent means you can see through it.
No, you can't see through
No, they're asking what it is. The rumor is they sound great.
Yeah, it's a great formulation of vinyl. It's like Japanese vinyl. There you go.
It's not really translucent, but it's the same shit as the okay.
So
yeah, probably
it really okay, so for jazz, those late 80 impulse titles that they put out digital are mostly all on translucent vinyl. They sound excellent. Those are good choices, like the Ahmad Jamal Awakening, to get a kind of affordable, good quality pressing of it. You can get that
the weird like Tron 80s font that flattened for you.
Yeah. They put the liner notes on a sheet inside.
Yeah,
but they sound good. They sound good.
It sound good. Yeah,
they're all on translucent vinyl. That's why they sound.
Well, it's the same thing with like the Dynaflex shit. Those all sound good too, man. Like in the 70s, records sounded fucking awesome unless they were on like recycled vinyl because of the the oil crisis or whatever. But generally, 70s and 80s, they really knew how to press records. But I think they've been doing it for 30 years.
Man, there's nothing worse than recycled vinyl. Like if you think of like all the status reissues,
I mean, I can think of worse things, but yes.
Well, I just mean if you think about the status reissue series and how you basically, maybe there's a couple that are okay, but like they're all pressed on vinyl that is like terrible to listen to.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Mike, here you go.
All right, here we go.
Dead Mint 1956.
All right, that's great.
Yeah, this is fantastic. This was on the wall at Tiger Records in Colorado Springs, and they shipped it to me.
Nice.
So, tell me about that record.
So it's 1956. Sister Rosetta Tharpe. She had the big Guys, what is it? Is it a triple LP or from RSD?
Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic guitar player, singer, gospel vocals, but pretty rocking stuff. Yeah, I couldn't believe this was there, and in such good shape.
Does it say who's in the band?
What's that?
Does it say who's playing with her?
This is all just her.
Okay.
There are songs with a trio that are on the original 78s, and I have some of those 78s. I got one in Colorado when I was there in Denver. There was a lot of Sister Rosetta in the Denver area to pick up. I got a 7-inch and everything.
Yeah. And she
Look at that.
Yeah, and she pretty much did like rock and blues before all those guys that are, putting up at that pedestal.
Yeah.
I mean, the creators of rock and blues. She was doing that before then.
Yeah, I have the Decca was the label that the 78 was on, and the 7-inch. But this was Mercury, custom high fidelity. It says.
Mm-hmm.
So that just came in the mail. I did get some jazz, not a lot recently. This came from Dusty Groove, Pierre Dorge and New Jungle Orchestra on Steeplechase from '85. And this has got who's on this? Johnny Diani's on it. John Chakai.
Mm-hmm.
I just name a few. It's pretty joyous music, is how I would describe it. But it's excellent.
Well, that's
The
what the
balloons
balloons
just happened.
balloons
Yeah.
pop out.
Oh my
What's
god, that felt like a bundle of joy now.
I don't know. I don't know how the screen does stupid stuff like that.
Well, hang on. Are you on a phone or a laptop?
On a phone.
Damn, the iPhone does that. I need to figure that shit out.
I didn't want it to. I don't know how it does that shit.
Yeah, I
I'm not Maslow.
blocked on my computer.
Maybe if you complain more, Dave, a black cloud will come up on screen and start
Yeah.
raining.
This 7-inch came.
Do the heart, Mike. Can you do the heart for us?
That looks like a crushed tomato.
Oh, God. Mike's sending out love to everybody.
They should have something if you put the middle finger up.
Well, they should. It's true.
Here you go. This was the best thing I got this week, I think. This is Patrick Shiroishi from LA, sax player with John Krosbauer, violinist. This is intense as all hell.
When is that from?
2021. Carbon Records out of Rochester, New York, put it out. This guy Joe, that gets on the streams sometimes. Yeah, this is absolutely badass. Nice little 7-inch. That's all the jazz. I did get this in the bins at Lunchbox recently, which I was stoked about. It's an '84 Jamaican original.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic shape. I couldn't believe it. Being a Jamaican original, it's Tough Gone, just perfect.
Not warped.
It was only $35.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what I want. I want a good copy of that record.
Yeah, I'll show you the label. I mean, this is clean as a whistle.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Very nice.
What else did I find?
Speaking of Dusty Groove, did you pre-order, because it sold out on Bandcamp, but the new live record Muriel Grossman, it sold out.
Oh
on
no,
Bandcamp,
I haven't seen that.
but Dusty Groove is taking pre-orders. The record's gonna sell out fast.
Okay, noted. And then the last thing I got this from I think this guy Foundation Records in LA. He just sells on Instagram just a lot of rare records from overseas and a lot of rare Asian records and Filipino records and just a lot of different stuff. But he had this French record, Bernard Verlet. It's Rimbaud Sieste-toi, accompagné par catharsis, or so I don't know how it's said in French.
Humble c'est toi. Humble is the poet, right? Humble, this is you.
Okay,
Yeah.
but this is a promotional copy from '72. It's kind of proggish, jazzy vibes with this real interesting French vocals over it. It's on Path EMI. We were just talking about, I think, that label with the one that Rob showed.
This is pretty cool.
But yeah, he always has samples, so you can sample, and I sampled it. I was like, oh hell yeah, this is had to get it. So there you go.
Sounds cool.
That's pretty
Label.
awesome.
That's all I've got recently. Not a whole lot, records wise.
Felipe, is this the Muriel Grossman?
No, it's a live. Yeah, they just came out. Yeah, this is the cover of the CD, not the record.
So look, she's calling herself the MGQ.
Yeah,
That's sick. I love that.
I mean, all her
What does
discoveries.
that mean?
She's amazing. Yeah.
It's like MJQ. It's a playoff MJQ.
She's been changing labels a little bit lately, right?
Yeah, she's mostly with our jams. She put one on Third Man. There's another one-off that she did. There's a different label as well. And as far as I know, she has a contract signed with JMI. I don't know when they're going to record it.
Okay, that was what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the one on Third Man. It's great.
Yeah, Devotion. Yeah. Speaking of JMI, Mike already got the record. So Warren Wolf had an amazing record last year, which was called Tribute to the Vibes. He recorded his favorite Vibes player, and now this one has a solo record, right, Mike? I haven't got my copy yet.
Yeah, this is I ordered two things from JMI. I ordered the Warren Wolf and the Max Girl.
I'll get the CD as well.
This is so it's a really beautiful recording. He plays vibes and just solo vibes and marimba. It's 45 RPM, but it's like it's over 60 minutes of music. So it's not like you're getting up every 10 minutes to change the side. But this is the gatefold from in the studio.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But if you'll notice, there's a sticker on the jacket. So when I got the box with my order in, there was a blank, album jacket without the sticker. So I guess when they put the order in, whoever did the stickers stuck them on the album, and like on their own, they just included another album cover that didn't have a sticker stuck on it. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. And they also included. They used to have another record company before JMI, and this is an album called The Co-op, and it has Wycliffe Gordon on trombone, Kendrick Hodge on bass, Jeremy Pelt on trumpet, Kendrick Scott on drums, Warren Wolf on vibraphone. They included this as a comp.
Yeah,
because I got an email when I ordered this. The next day, I got an email from Steve at JMI, Steve Mandel, and he asked me, did you get the Steve Wilson and the Co-op comps? I said, I got the Steve Wilson. And he said, not the Co-op. I said, no. So he included the Co-op.
That's awesome.
And then I got this, the Max Girl Trio. This is really good. I really like this a lot. My only complaint is they recorded this in mono. I would have preferred they did it in stereo. That's all.
Yeah.
Did Ken interview him?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
You guys did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was for a previous project.
So speaking of Warren Wolf, this is
really good. I mean, I really enjoyed it. It's not. It's led by a bassist, but it's they play as a group. It's it's not.
What instruments are on there? What are the other two people play?
Tenor sax and drums.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
And it's not like bass dominant. I mean, he's not like trying to take over the group or anything. It's just really good. And the two sides are somewhat different. Side one is more sort of upbeat, and side two is more relaxed. I don't want to say sort of getting close to an ECM vibe, but it's a more relaxed, atmospheric sort of sound. But I recommend it. I really enjoyed it. I may pick up. I think I'll order his solo one also.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that. And also that cover photo, I feel like is just killer. Because
Is
he
the
played.
hard pan? Is the record hard pan out yet?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's on the website as being out.
But Max plays. So he's just playing double bass on that. It looks like.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
On this,
Cool.
on the hard pan, I think he's playing electric and acoustic.
Makes sense.
This is a variation. So Warren Wolf, I showed this record here last year a couple of times, but now because it's JMI, everybody's paying attention. This is called The History of the Vibraphone. So it is really cool. Actually, there's an explanation what a vibraphone is compared to a xylophone.
Yes.
And so he records here Lionel Hampton, Bob Hutcherson, Carl Chader, Chick Corea, Roy Ayers, and there's a couple of his own compositions here as well. Yeah, Warren Wolf is one of the kick-ass vibes player these days, for sure.
Yeah.
And this came on Stellar Music. This came on Stellar, right?
Yeah, it's Corey Weed's label.
Yeah. And speaking of which, Michael, the In-Groove just opened pre-sales for the Corey Weeds record that Kevin Gray's putting out at the end of the month.
You should tell Kevin to send us copies of that, Felipe.
It's gonna be Kevin's third release. I heard some of the digital files. We shared some. I got some other ones, more high res that I played. And that stuff is killer. I think it's probably gonna. I'd say sound-wise and music-wise, it's probably his best release so far.
When we had a chance to chat with Kevin ahead of the video with Ched, and we were talking to him about the label, and it sounds like he's got everything established and set up, so he can really focus. And he even has like his wife is supporting him and helping him with some of the logistics. So like he's really focusing on the artist and the music. So I think, I'm really excited for what he's going to do. And yeah, I mean, hopefully he continues to keep putting stuff out.
Yeah. I mean, it is true. I mean, he's been amazing. I mean, Corey Weeds himself, his band is so tight and, so perfect at this point. And I think Kevin did a great job. And this new record is being pressed at Mobile Fidelity, not at RTI.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, and they have been doing an amazing job.
Yeah. What I like about the new record is he has Dave Hazeltine on piano. Dave Hazeltine's been around for years. He's an excellent pianist. He's got a lot of recording. He did a lot of recordings on like Crisscross and Sharp 9 that are just excellent. He plays with he plays in a group with Eric Alexander that's called One for All. That's really good also. And so maybe they'll turn some people on to Dave Hazeltine. So.
Yeah.
Hey Felipe.
I'll drop the link.
Speaking of plants, Steve Carlson put up the Paramount tour that we took in Denver. So anybody wants to check out the full plating process, we got full video of that from Gary Sahlstrom.
What's the channel?
Steve Carlson's Vinyl Community. Steve Carlson.
Hey, drop a link.
I just dropped the link there to the In-Groove, so you can order the.
Nice.
I recommend getting this one, guys. I think it's probably he's just improving, not sound-wise, but I think the music is quite amazing.
And Corey Weeds also has his own record label, right?
Yeah, Cellar Record. Just talking, yeah. Out of Canada, he just put out another record of his. Like,
does he put out his own stuff on his own label?
Yeah. Put out a record last week.
Yeah. What's her name? The Mickey
Yamanaka.
She's on Cellar. Yeah,
this is a lot.
Yeah, there you go.
That's great.
Now, what are they, Dave? What labels are they pressing there?
They were actually making the stamper for the owners of the plants, one of their Grammy-winning record, Woodland.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
that's-
Gillian Welch and Dave Rawlings.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, so Gideon Welch-
That's a freaking excellent record sound.
yeah.
And this is
Music.
going to be actually used, the one he's making right now, to press 500 copies.
So Gideon Welch is using Paramount then?
She's one of the owners.
Okay, got it.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Got a
So what,
camera.
what does he smell like, Dave?
Gary, like PVC.
No.
No, so that they're fully operational pressing vinyl, right?
Oh yeah. They had a special order for LCD sound system that they did. That band needed 2,800 copies for some live shows, and they were able to oblige because they didn't have to wait to get them done.
Did you see was there a QC area where they
Oh
do
yeah,
logos?
where they were listening. Oh yeah, yeah. We
Now-
went in the QC area. We went everywhere.
Man.
Isn't the Vinyl Me Please
Boiler
office,
room, everything.
the Vinyl Me Please offices are across the street, right?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Were people walking out holding boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. David, I remember many years ago an LCD sound system had called it quits and said they would never come back.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
when that record came out. That was a big record.
They put out, it was a live DVD called "Shut Up and Play the Hits" or something like this. That should be
Yeah.
like the swan song for them.
Didn't they play like a Madison Square Garden concert or
Yeah,
something?
that was it. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so that should be their last concert.
Mhm.
Hopefully that the Gary Shellstrom's less of an asshole than Dave Ramsey.
he's a
Uh-huh.
super nice guy. Really laid back. If you know Teddy from his videos, real similar demeanor.
Yeah.
They're friends. Obviously, they work together at in Kansas, in Salina.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did
I mean,
say- Did he give you any dirt on Chad?
no, it never came up. Now Jim Netter was there from Salina.
He
That's
didn't
the
have-
other
yeah, that's the most
gentleman.
important.
He's a consultant. And then the following week, Teddy went out there to do some video work for something for QRP. So
Yeah, and I think it follows the trend, right? Working with MoFi because one of his most close collaborators, he moved from RTI to MoFi.
yeah, it's a beautiful plant, clean as a whistle. They're trying to get all the electric was being looked at by the city. Once we left, like maybe the following week, and there was just a few small details to finalize, and it's all systems go on all the presses.
That's cool. I mean, it's good to see that they're progressing, and hopefully, they keep going.
Yeah.
Right.
It was interesting. They had one press specifically just for color vinyl.
That's weird.
Yeah, everything else, the three other presses I saw were for black vinyl.
Yeah, I think it's like so don't mix or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, I do have records to show, but Brandon, did you want to show anything?
Sure. I mean, I have a very small amount.
Show and tell.
Okay. Here's the CD minute. It's Mal Waldron.
Oh, that's
and
good.
Steve
That's
Lacy.
really good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It sounds really good too.
Who's it with?
Steve Lacy.
Is that
Oh,
like
cool.
Slam? Is that like on
Wow.
Slam or something like
Yeah,
that?
it's on
Yeah.
Slam CD. Here's the little. This is lent to me by my good friend Donald, who lends me really good stuff.
Oh, Donald.
Does any of you have that Steve Lacy Mal Waldron where they stand like in front of a building?
Rev.
The Japanese only release?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I do not have it. And this, I'm going to say this again. This is really cool.
Nice.
Really like this.
So wait, that is that part of those CDs where they just do jazz? It's
What
not
do you mean?
rock. Well, it's not krautrock. It's jazz.
Oh yeah, this is jazz.
Yeah.
This is not embryo funk.
No, it's the stuff
Fusion.
like on Apple Music. They have a ton of it.
So
It's
I
just
showed
has a
this
different
last week.
cover.
I was just showing it again, but this is before embryo was actually formed. So these guys are just kind of playing around and they're playing jazz
Yeah.
Yeah.
before they became the psychedelic. I don't think they're really krautrock. They're more like a psychedelic.
That was egg, pre-embryo.
Yeah, this is yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it's the guy from who's the guy? Who's the vibe player?
Christian Bouchard.
He's like credited with like creating krautrock kind of. So you know.
Yeah. It's really cool. This is not krautrock. This is totally really interesting jazz music. It's really good.
Brandon, it's all this stuff right here. I'm sorry to show this, but this stuff they have on Apple Music, I stream it all the time. This stuff.
Yeah, I want to get more of the. I mean, there's a lot of it. I want to get more of the embryo with Waldron because it's everything I've heard is really cool. Here's some more lenders.
Oh,
this is pretty cool. This.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's good. I like that.
I have an OG of
Is
that.
that the Brackeen?
Yeah, this is an OG and it's in the shrink. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Don Cherry playing pocket trumpet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a little out there, but not too much.
It's pretty high energy, right?
Gary Bartz.
That's a killer live set.
I have that one. That's
That's
from the club in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's from the what do they call it? The left bank. I always wanted to call it the half bank, but it's the left bank. Yeah, it's really cool.
That's my favorite Gary Bartz record.
And then
I like that one with him and Garrett.
That is fucking awesome. That
Is
is an
it?
awesome
Wow.
record.
so
Yes.
those are my lenders.
Wait. Can you break down the Teddy Charles record?
Oh yeah,
Break it down, man.
break
Come
it
on.
down. You mean
Yeah,
who's
who's
on
on?
it, etc.?
Yes. Does it sound excellent or not?
It's a 10 Ted. I've listened to it once. I thought I enjoyed it.
Who's playing tenor on it?
Well, I'll just start with
Oh, wow.
everybody.
Okay.
Teddy Charles on vibes. Vibra harp it says here, but on vibes. Peter Urban on trumpet. Gigi Grice on alto. J.R. Montrose on tenor.
Boom.
George Barrow on baritone. Ron Butterfield on tuba.
Don.
Oh, Don Butterfield, right. I have another Don Butterfield on something. Jimmy
He's on-
Rainey on guitar.
He played
Mel
with
Waldron
Mingus.
on piano. Teddy Kotick on bass. And Joe Harris on drums.
Damn, sounds sweet.
This
So-
is a cheap way of getting at this these 80s Atlantic jazz lore. But this is kind of avant-garde. It's really good.
Cool.
From
Yeah, I don't think the
1950
originals are crazy expensive either.
Yeah, no, 1956. But it's good. It's
Yeah,
like in
that's-
line with Jimmy Jufree stuff and
Yeah, I don't know how good. I've had a couple of those things that Rob's holding up, and I don't remember them sounding that great.
that sounds good. This is good.
But this
Like
is I think this is. I mean, obviously, this is lent to me, but I think this is. I feel like this is like a $50 record or so. It's not crazy expensive.
Cool.
And then for myself, I sold a bunch of records, and I got this.
Oh, nice.
An original Japanese 769.
Nice.
Wow.
And I had it put aside for a little while, but I sold some records and grabbed this.
They Charlie's reissued that. They're doing
I know.
campaign. It's good.
Can you
For
tell us?
$45, it's like I'll pay $10 more for.
They did a twofer of that too with the Pan African Festival.
Yeah, they do. I mean, BYG did a bunch of twofers of all kinds of stuff. Like they did Don Cherry's what is it? Moo or part 1 and part 2. They did.
Yeah, I bought both of those.
They made that into a single record.
Well, they reissued them separately last year, and they're both excellent. I bought those.
Yeah, I mean, I have original pressings of them, so I'm fine with that. And then I picked up Third Season.
Oh,
So this is the Tone Poet. I have the original LT, but this is just getting this whole, with all the Francis Wolff photos.
Is it a recent Tone Poet?
I absolutely love this Tone Poet. It's one of the best things.
This one, this is one of the ones that sounds significantly better.
Yes.
I usually don't care that much, but this one sounds way better.
And the music's kind of advanced. It's not so square and back.
Yeah, it's really open. It's open, and when you have alto, tenor, guitar, trumpet, when you have such a big band, it's really nice to have it not so compressed. It does sound really good.
Yeah.
So, and I like this record. I like it quite a bit.
Yeah, and Brandon, just a side note on one of the records that you show, I just learned this week. Gigi Grice. People talk a lot about Donald Byrd and Herbie Hancock.
Yeah.
But Gigi Grice was the pioneer on musicians opening publishing companies and owing the rights to their music. Gigi Grice was the pioneer.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. But I have some Byrd and Grice stuff, and
Byrd got that from.
And Farmer and Grice.
Yeah, Felipe, it's not surprising because Gigi Grice was in Lionel Hampton's band, and Lionel Hampton was a business person. Like he had that, so he probably learned from experience with him. Probably
it was actually Lionel Hampton's wife that run his business.
But he probably got familiar with kind of the importance of the
for sure.
business side of things through that. I would, I'm thinking because
Lionel
there was
Hampton
a lot
toured relentlessly.
This is a really good Byrd and Grice that you can pick up still pretty inexpensive, and it's a fun record.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, maybe it's gone up, but as I recall, it's about a 20 to 30 record in good shape.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
6i.
And Byrd was the one that pushed Herbie Hancock to open his publishing company before he recorded his first record.
Yeah.
And that's why he got so rich from Watermelon Man, and he could pretty much pay for everything.
He bought that AC Cobra that he still has.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was just
Cobra,
let's see. Chris was showing. This is the original Japanese
cool
King that came out at the same time, but sounds better and looks better. And here's the twofer.
Oh yeah.
So that has the second. The CD has the second side of this. But the Procrastinator's coming out on a Classic Records, right?
Yeah.
Which is a different cover. Yeah.
And I think the Soothsayer too, which is going to be pretty nice.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What?
The Wayne Shorter Soothsayer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be. I'm pretty sure it's a classic that's coming out.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty cool title to be able to get.
Yeah, I have an original of the Soothsayer.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
But that has to be like a $60 record.
I think
it is
the
now.
Japanese pressing
It used to be a $15 record.
Yeah, the Music Matters is like ridiculous.
Yeah, I have the original, but I'm definitely going to get this reissue. It's probably
Yeah, it's just nice to get a good cover. I will say it's really nice.
That's one of the best unreleased. At the time it was an unreleased session, that Soothsayer.
Yeah,
because it was on that series, but it's really good.
Also the the one shoot, I'm forgetting the name of it, but they did a really good job with this.
Yeah. Oh, and Brad, the Procrastinator on CD has a different cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they all have different covers. There's a different cover on Music Matters, and
this is a good follow. Someone on the Discord server was asking about this unreleased Tyrone Washington record for Blue Note. And I did a little dive. There's a thread on Steve Hoffman, which I found out some more information about it. And someone kind of detailed what the recording was. It's nicknamed the Trainwreck Sessions.
Wow.
I didn't find out why it's called that, but it's a shelved record that there's no indication if it will be released.
Wait, Rob, can you repeat that?
Tyrone Washington unreleased record.
Okay. I've been wanting to get his other one because Woody Shaw's on it, and it's a cheap
Well-
cheap Liberty. It's like $50 max.
Yeah,
It's a
Apparently-
nice record.
It's a
So
good record.
apparently, I think it's from the same session as that one.
Who's
But you
on?
know,
Oh.
he quit recording on 74 and became very religious, and he's like,
Damn,
don't
that makes me want to get that other one. That would be kind of cool to have both of those.
What's it called? Natural Essence, I think. Is that it?
yeah,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
excellent.
Yeah, it's good. I have it.
that one.
Woody Shaw's on it, and I can't remember the rest of the band. I should look for it.
Yeah, I got to pick that up.
But yeah,
I'm
not
trying to
too
find
crazy.
the post I did earlier today.
That would be really exciting.
What if Rob found the post he did earlier today?
Yeah,
All right.
that would be very exciting.
I'm going to show some stuff.
Very good.
All right,
wait,
I'm gonna
Not as exciting as a Grail.
Sure. I'm going to do some shilling. So I'm going to do a CD minute. So number one, I just have this in arm's length. So I just shout out to Jacob. You can get his new release on CD as well. So get that.
how can you get it on CD? He's putting it out on CD.
Yeah, you can
Isn't
go
it
down.
isn't it out on CD or is that just for
No,
promo?
he only made. In fact, I have two of them.
Oh,
Because he only did them as promotional.
All right. Well, anyway, you should get this record. It sounds like era correct, great recording. Like between I would say like if you were to tell me this is an old Prestige record, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. Like he just nails it. So this is a really cool.
but you
one.
can't get the CD.
But you can't get the
Okay,
CD.
I have-
You can get the LP.
I have two of the CDs. If someone really wants it,
Right
and they
here.
will murder someone for me, let me know.
Oh,
I
yeah,
also-
definitely murders.
I also have the album right there, but I have
All
two
right,
of the
that's enough.
CDs.
That's enough.
Put it in my
Okay.
pile.
One more shill thing, just as a FYI. So we received promos of the new Strata East reissue series. They sent in this Record Store Day CD.
Whoa.
He did ask in the interview if this is going to be available on Record Store Day, and it sounded like he said it yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, so this might be something to look out for. If it's like a freebie or something, this has there's like
They put on those bags. You know, at the checkout, they put stuff in bags.
okay. Well, if you can get one, I think it's cool. They have not samples, but entire tracks from like some of the some great records here, including
Sweet.
Glass Bead Games, the Heath Brothers, the Pharoah Sanders.
There's another release song.
And I think there's an unreleased. So is that the Charles Tolliver? I think it is.
Yeah.
So anyway, just keep an eye out for it if you can get it.
So the
definitely.
fact that they have Glass Bead Games on there makes me think they're going to reissue it, which would be insane.
They're definitely going to reissue that.
Yeah, they got
I
it.
mean, if they did the whole Doffy series, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So
Would it be?
That is a Dolphy series.
Yes, of course it would be. What the fuck?
All right. Now just getting stuff that I picked.
Yeah, look at the CDs and connect the dots. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I definitely had an aha moment with my listening, and I'm going down new rabbit holes that I'm pretty excited about that I've known about. Just I never really wanted to kind of really spend that much time in it because I was kind of looking at other stuff. But anyway, this is William Parker Quartet on CD, O'Neill's Porch. This is like some of the style I've been getting into. This has Hammond Drake on drums, Rob Brown alto sax, and Lewis Barnes on trumpet. And I have tons of stuff in my cart right now that there's so much stuff I need to sample right now. I'm really excited about some new stuff. So,
What label is that on?
so this is the third pressing, which was put out on AUM. But Mike, do you know the label that put this out?
I'm sorry. I do not.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's a fantastic record. It's a quartet. I think it's really good. So getting into that type of stuff. But this does get pretty harsh, but anyway. Okay. The other things I wanted does anybody know that CD?
Vaguely. I mean, I have a lot of William Parker stuff and on that label. That's he's just an excellent player, and he runs like sort of he runs. I don't want to say he runs the avant-garde scene down here, but his Vision Fest, which has been going on, I don't know, close to 30 years old.
Yeah.
Is like, the preeminent like summer jazz festival in the city.
Yeah, you've mentioned that before. I didn't realize that was his project. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's okay. So anyway, and then William Parker plays with this player that I've really never even heard of before. Anyway, I have so much to get into. I'm pretty excited about it. I feel like I have a new energy of like diving into stuff, so I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, then I do have 3 records that I upgraded. I'll start with this one. Ooh. So I've had 3 copies of this record. The first was the Green Label stereo. Then I traded that to Rob for the Blue Trident stereo, and that was pressed on noisy vinyl, which was kind of unfortunate. So I found this mono.
Ooh.
I found this mono for $40. Well, I mean, it was fine. I found this mono for $40.
I feel like I've been slapped in the face.
Well,
you sent Mike a shit record. Sounds like
the vinyl sounded. It was totally great condition. It was just that.
Does anyone want a Sonny Simmons record?
No shit.
Thank you, Rob. I'll take it.
So anyway, I found the mono, first pressing mono, and I was like, let me just get it, and I could flip the other one because that thing goes for a lot of money, regardless of like what the vinyl sounds like. So anyway, so I got this, and this sounds really good. So I definitely recommend the original mono. If you can swing it, it's to me it's a really good sounding pressing. So, but honestly,
I used to have both, and
I got the stereo from Brando. It's pretty fine,
and it sounded good.
I was just,
in fact, I think I was kind of sad that I got rid of the stereo. So I don't think that's the case in every pressing,
but. Great opening track on this. It's just fantastic.
It's so good. That's like one of my favorite trio records right there.
And this is later. So this is like 1965. So later for, Bobby Simmons. Yeah. But so anyway, okay. So anyway, so I upgraded this and I sold my other one, which I was able to sell for more than I got this for. I got this for $40.
That's a really good price.
And I sold the stereo. I put it up for I think 40, and then the auction went up to like 50 something. So, and the other copies online are like really expensive. Like
that one's gone up a lot in
like
the
$165 and stuff, like crazy. So somebody got a good deal. We both got good deals.
I think that record may have been overhyped on this channel. For the
this record was overhyped on this channel.
Tunkin.
But it's really good.
Fuck that. It wasn't overhyped.
All right, next upgrade. I had the Liberty copy, which was perfect. I mean, it was just a great copy. But I saw this for $70, and I knew I could sell the Liberty for at least that. So I just thought I'll put it in the legwork, get this, upgrade it. I actually sold it's a little bit less than that to Chris from DC. I forget his channel name now, but he got that copy. It was super clean, and this is equally as clean, but it's a 62. So I just figured I'd go earlier with the plastilite and all that stuff. So really nice copy. But I will say the cover for the Liberty looked better than this. This looks really nice, but the contrast on the Liberty I thought looked better. But I didn't.
The cover of the Lexington looks better.
I didn't want to break it up because this is how it came. So I just wanted to keep it like.
That's pretty clean, Mike. I like it.
Yeah, it's good, and it's real. I mean, this thing's like perfect. It has no spindle wear, and it's got, it's a.
So
which
one was a classic series? The brown or the red?
I don't know.
Brown.
Did they do both of them?
No, just one. Just one.
They did the red one then, because I've seen that.
And then last upgrade, this I got for $35. So this was incredible. Chris from WCV Jazz Vinyl sent it to me, and I just grabbed it as soon as I saw it. So it's not a first pressing because it doesn't have a blue back. So this is probably pressed maybe a year or two after, but it's essentially it's very similar to a first pressing in a lot.
No, it's trash because it doesn't have the blue back. Trash. Throw away.
So anyway, I had a later Mercury one. So this is the MRC. I had the one with the Mercury with like the stars on it. That sounded noisy to me. So anyway, I was able to flip that to cover this. And this one sounds good. This is a much better sounding pressing. but I will say it's still limited. It's it's like a 53 or 54 session, and the drums don't sound so great, but they're fine. I mean, Max sounds friggin' incredible on it, but I just mean recording wise, like you can hear that it's there's just some limitations there, but it's it's one of my favorite records. So
That's cool.
I was really happy to get that. And
Yeah.
show the label.
I made some upgrades too.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got some more to show.
Oh no, go for it. No, that's I can't stand the heat.
Is that a Grail?
Is that a Grail?
You, Chris.
The best record of all time this week.
I don't know. That's not really a Grail, is it?
Okay.
It's a joke.
Okay. And then just two more. These are new to me. Actually, I had a reissue of this that I sold. So I guess this technically is an upgrade too, but I sold that a long time ago. This I got for $60. This is a Clifford Brown memorial. So it's essentially.
Who's this Clifford Brown you speak of?
So Clifford Brown and Gigi Grice went over and recorded in Sweden in 1953.
Oh, yeah.
They put out 2 EPs, so 2 7-inches. Prestige picked these up and put a 10-inch out. So that's the Prestige 10-inch of these Swedish sessions. And the other players are Swedish players. And this is a really great sounding. This sounds great. They have a great rhythm section on this. So that's good. That's side A. And then side B is this, which is a study in Dameron. So it's Tad Dameron 10-inch. And this features Clifford Brown. And this, I believe, is Clifford Brown left. I think he was playing in Philadelphia. And this is before he went on to Europe. So this is before the Max Roach and Clifford Brown stuff. So this is really early Clifford Brown. I don't know. This might be his first recording, first professional recording. And this has like a bigger band sound to it. It's, if you're familiar with Ted Dameron, that's there. But Clifford Brown solos are really great on it. And then just one last thing: the liner notes they're written by Ira Gittler, but they give you like a really kind of nice biography of Clifford Brown's life. And I really enjoyed kind of just going through that as well. But really, really nice copy.
I had an OJC that I sold and regretted.
I used to have an original, but it was really beat up, and I got an OJC of that, which I like.
That's so cool.
OJC's
It's not an original. That sucks.
How dare you?
Actually, I just picked this up.
It's not fancy and classy.
I picked this up today.
Oh, cool.
So here's my.
Do you remember picking it up?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I have a poll suggestion. What is the most used title ever? The Jazz Message or the Memorial?
Well, Memorial is a classic.
No, am I wrong? But would you say Clifford Brown is the first jazz artist that when he died, they just started finding all these recordings and putting them out?
Probably not.
I think it was just
you know, like Lester Young and all those guys.
Well, were there? It seems like they started commercializing.
That's probably true. Yeah, there's probably.
When did Clifford Brown die? 60s, early 60s, or
no, he died in 55. I think like 55 or 56, maybe something like that.
So everything that was, he did have a lot that was released after he died.
Yeah.
It seems like there was a lot of stuff put out of him.
There's not that much though. You could collect all this stuff pretty
well, no,
easy.
I mean live recordings. It just was a lot of stuff.
I think that's probably like a
both Blue Note and Prestige did a memorial album.
And this is cool.
Everyone, even like Spotify, did a bit more.
Well, didn't Mainstream put out this unreleased record with him and Max Roach too?
This one, I picked up relatively recently. This is This is Clifford Brown with Max Roach, Sonny Rollins +4. So this is basically the Max Roach Clifford Brown group without Harold Land. So Harold Land left and they got Sonny Rollins to play.
That's a different cover though.
This is the Reed Miles cover, which I prefer.
There's a couple different.
That's a reissue.
I like
though,
that
compared
one
to the
the
other
best.
one, right?
But this was the only time that Clifford Brown recorded at Hackensack.
Yeah.
So
So this record was made, and that's why Max Roach did his +4 later, because he got pissed and he wanted to make fun of it.
Mhm.
but this is a great
Good
one.
record, I
And
like
this
that one.
this one also, the drums don't sound that great on this, I have to say, even though it's
No, it doesn't.
like like when it first, just like the other Clifford Brown. So I don't know, maybe it's just how like Max Roach comes on
No,
track.
I just don't. I don't. Overall, I don't think that's like. I mean, it's a excellent release.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it's an excellent. I don't think it was recorded very well.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
For
agree.
sure, yeah.
That's
Is
why
it-
if you want it pretty good, from what I remember, the analog production Study in Brown, I remember that sounding pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
really-
does.
yeah,
If you want like a Max, like the classic quartet,
yeah.
Oh.
quintet.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I don't have the fancy 10 inches. I just have this guy here, the Lexington.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
that's a grail.
Yeah, that's a 1526. That's pretty
You
cool.
have chosen wisely.
I need that.
But you know what's the favorite part of it? I just like to see people freaking out when I do that.
So is that his?
That's the bathtub, by the way.
Is
That's
that all? Is that everything he recorded for Blue Note? Is that the 10-inch stuff?
I think that there's a twofer actually. I think probably a couple more things.
Okay.
Yeah, there's I also have the Music Matters 45, which actually is the one that I play the most.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
It
will
doesn't
that.
get thrown into the bathtub.
No, yeah. Oh yeah, I got this one last weekend. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's the mono. That's the New York.
that's it. That is it.
This record kicks ass. Yes. Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Mhm.
I like to see people freaking out. It's so fun.
Right now is my favorite. I love
Just
that.
rock
record.
is fantastic. Yes. This one I got. I'm upgrading.
Do
my-
not throw that, Felipe. Please don't throw things.
I had a bit of copy. This one I just got a mint one.
How beat up? How beat up is the beat up copy?
Yeah. This one I got an OG too. I have the Tom Poet as well. We were talking about this weekend with Chris and Mike. He has Les McCann, which is awesome. People should definitely go
Oh,
back.
yeah,
and
that's really
Poet. This record is kicks ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like a great photograph too. I think.
Yeah, it's like a very kind of Ray Charles, but that's where it's at. Stanley Turrentine, Les McCann, Herbie Lewis, and Otis Finch. It's also New York.
That's a really interesting. Like, I'm not too. I know Les McCann, Herbie Lewis. I'm pretty sure. I don't really know Otis Finch. It's an interesting Blue Note crew.
And that's what we were also talking, right? People just like to shit on Turrentine just by default without even having much knowledge about it. Just Turrentine. Check out CGI stuff. A lot of his Blue Note ones, especially the early '60s. It's killer stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the guy was basically relevant until he freaking dropped dead. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has so many recordings. You know.
I don't know about the album where he's wearing a top
Sugar.
hat. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, and there's another one here. I know that Breno has a copy, but I just got a really great deal here, Breno, and I had to grab it. That's actually a it's a Liberty. That's a second press of this one, but OGs are hard to find. This still in shrink. That's a Fico Sonas.
Oh yeah. I love the 80th series. 80th series. Put that. It's great.
Yeah. I kept my 80 as well. So this is the
It's one of my favorite Jackie records.
which is like the way it should be. OGs of this record are hard to find and expensive, and this one is still like minty.
What pressing is that?
That's the second press. That's the Liberty. The
Okay.
first one is the New York, 62.
Okay.
Or 64 right now, 40, 89, so 61, 62. And this is the Liberty 66. I mean,
But that's a 66 with the New York label, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So
So
it
it's
was the Liberty label.
oh,
The Liberty. Okay.
Yes, the Van Gelder, same stamper, same thing. It's just not Westlite.
I'm sure it's great.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It plays fine in my cross. I think I can vouch for that.
Was that the 80? I have the 80.
Yeah, that's the 81.
Yeah, I have the 80s.
And I love throwing those records away to freak people out.
Okay, somebody needs to leave.
Hi, Mike.
How did you get the freaking link?
I'm on the list.
Yeah, he's on the list.
I
But you
gotta
know what?
edit that
Oh,
list.
hold on.
I
Maybe we should vote Mazzy off the island because he doesn't participate in the thread at all.
All right. I'm going to see. So, Mazzy, you joined. We have 141 people watching. I want to see if there's a Mazzy bounce when he joins. Let's see what happens.
because nobody knows.
No,
I
we
think
just
there's a
lost
Mazzy
two
bounce.
people.
There's no Mazzy bounce. I got tired of listening to 3 Alice Cooper records in a row. I wanted to cleanse my palate with some jazz. Mike, both Mikes.
Messi, I'm really sorry for that, man. I don't wish that to my worst enemy.
Oh, well,
80-year-old.
apparently the Paranoid sold out. So Black Sabbath sold out. But
Oh my gosh.
no, I'm serious. I don't know when the date is, but I saw Anushka Shankar last night, and she's coming to New York in a couple of weeks. It was fucking great.
Is that right? When?
I don't know when. Like in the next, she's only doing.
Good.
She's doing 12 cities in the States. Opening night was last night in Seattle. It was amazing. Obviously, the fusion of now there's a jazz connection here. The fusion of her Indian music crosses over. The guy that I don't know his name, I have to look it up, but he played clarinet and keyboard, mostly clarinet. It's very much like that Eastern Sounds album, a little bit. So it's got the jazz Eastern fusion. It was just really beautiful music, and she is so. It's a great sounding show. So I think she's playing 2 nights in New York. I'm not quite sure where she's playing.
If it's
in the next 3 weeks.
Well, if it's in the end of the month, I'm on the big ears. I have to send Brooks an email so we can meet.
Oh, you should meet Brooks. Brooks is he's a great
gonna,
Jewish guy that does not really Jewish.
Same with Roger. Roger will be there. He's
and there's a bunch of people. CJ from DC will be there. Gosh, there's a few people that'll be there.
Brooks is the guy that the whole reason jazz shit Brooks. He's my first roommate ever. And we had the turntable in the living room. Whoever rushed out first to the turntable, put music on. 9 times out of 10, he'd put on jazz. And I called him Jazz Shit Brooks. And the rest is history. But I got, we went to the Keystone all the time. So, 50 years ago, 51 years ago. Yeah.
Nazi, before you joined, we were talking a little bit about Stanley Turrentine. What do you think about him?
Well, that's a good connection because the first I don't want to say audiophile, it wasn't audiophile, but when I bought my first component system, it was, I forgot even now what it is, but separates. It was in 1972, and I went to the stereo store with my buddy, and there's 2 test records they played. One was the very first Pentangle album, a song called Waltz on it, which I love. The second was Stanley Turrentine's Cherry on CTI. And that opening track that what's his name? Not Joe Morgan, the other guy, the other M. What's the opening track on Cherry? Speedball.
Oh, Lee Morgan.
That opening track sold me, and we went down to Tower Records and I bought Cherry. That was one of the first jazz albums I fell in love with. I mean, it's a slick album, definitely. But Stanley Turrentine and the Vibe guy, Milt Jackson, such a great record.
Cool.
So I like him. I don't follow all his stuff, but I think he's great. I have the Tone Poet stuff and a few other things, and
I think his first Blue Note he plays with like Horace Parlan and like that trio. I do want to get that record. I think it's Lookout.
Lookout is one of his early ones,
Yeah.
and that is with Horace Parlan's trio.
Yeah.
And I think it has Tommy Turrentine too.
right.
Okay. Oh, that sounds great.
Did you talk about? Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
But there's a Horace. I might be thinking, but Lookout is great. I think Tommy Turrentine's on it, but he might be on a different one. He might be on the Horace Parlan one that came out.
Did you talk about Shirley Scott too at all?
No, we didn't bring her up.
I mean, sometimes you have to bring the missus into the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, they did. They had a time together where they were recording together as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one with the cover where it
Late
looks like they're
60s.
looking at Bigfoot.
Well, the one thing about Turrentine is that I don't know. He always had an audience. I remember when I first started listening to jazz. Like, I had a friend whose dad was like was a New York City bus driver, and I was like talking to him about I'm listening to jazz and stuff. And his first thing he was like, do you listen to Stanley Turrentine? It wasn't like John Coltrane. It was like Stanley Turrentine. That was the guy that they listened to. That was the guy that they're like when they got off work and they went to whatever little bar and grill. That was the music that was played.
He was more commercialized in a way in the 70s, the CTI stuff, and
not even but it was all of Terry. That's the guy they followed from Blue Note through CTI, back to Blue Note to what was he was on another label at the end. Gosh, but they followed him through. They stuck with him through his career.
But it's kind of like like bar music, it's like hangout.
Yeah, exactly.
Hangout music.
Yeah. And you think at that time Coltrane was getting, like, some people say that squeaky soprano shit wasn't for everybody, that little.
Well, it wasn't for those guys. These were like working class. Yeah, I'm driving the bus, guys.
I think this is one of the first ones he did with Shiroishi.
Oh, there's Otis Finch again. There we go.
Yeah, there's another one here, Brando, with Shirley Scott. Never Let Me Go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it says Shirley Scott, Major Holly Jr., Al Harewood, and Ray DeLeo.
And Al Harewood is part of the Parlan trio.
Yes, he is.
So that makes sense.
There's another one, a classic. I mean, this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think it's funny too, Mike.
And,
We missed.
Yeah.
There's
another one. I think this doesn't get shown too much. This get even like a funny cover. It's a 4000 series 4081. It's called Dearly Beloved. Do you know this one?
Mm-mm.
I don't know that one. That's really a cheesy cover. That looks like a Hallmark cover.
The 4000 series has a 13, Little Miss
like
Scott,
a Lifetime episode.
Shirley Scott and Roy Brooks on drums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So good session. Yeah, it's kind of cheesy, But,
So
and in both and in this record here, Shirley Scott was not credited. They called just Little Miss Scott.
okay.
Probably because of a contract with Impulse or something.
So check this out. So he was playing in rhythm and blues bands to start, and then he toured with a band, and then after that, Earl Bostic asked him to join his band to replace John Coltrane.
Mm-hmm.
Earl Bostic's a fucking man, bro.
And then he also played with Ted Dameron. So I could totally see coming up through Earl Bostic's group why Stanley sounds like he does.
He's very bluesy and soulful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good tone poet that a lot of people forgot about.
I have that one. Yeah.
But this is Parlan's band again. Why am I backwards?
You're not backwards here.
Yeah, you look fine.
I'm only backwards when I look at it.
Yeah. You're the photographer. Give it, God, figure it out.
It's my wife's computer. But yeah, this is a really good. This is the same group as what is it? Speaking Your Piece is the Parlan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel he's not? I mean, I never bring him up when people ask me about jazz artists. I always forget about him, even though I like him. Is that what
he's like doing some? He it's not like. Hold on, my dog. He's not like I guess pushing boundaries or anything. He's playing his music the same way like Lou Donaldson kind of did that. He played his thing. Although Lou Donaldson got into the funk thing, but he's kind of like, I guess, like Dexter Gordon. He has his thing that he does, and he's really good at it.
Yeah.
But he's not going through all these different phases of music like Coltrane or Miles, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Dexter. Don't you think Dexter in like the late 70s that stuff he did in Columbia was kind of middle of the roady. I mean, kind of like it, but I don't
No,
know.
I
Maybe
think
middle of
it's
the
a
road's wrong.
horrible opinion. Absolutely not.
You don't agree? Okay.
No, not at all.
I remember I got some of those albums at the time, and I ended up purging them in the '90s. And they're kind of like safe, slick records. Maybe I like them now.
No. Which ones? Which ones are you
Got some
talking
good
about?
stuff. Like The Apartment is a really good record.
The
on
Columbia records. I mean, they were
I mean,
good.
there's one Columbia.
They're
There's
more
one
produced.
Columbia that's like I think is really bad, but a lot like the live one, the
Homecoming, dude.
ones, those are great.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
Homecoming's right. That's it.
Who played?
Homecoming.
Maybe I didn't hear enough of them, but I remember getting a one or two.
Actually, the live stuff when he was playing with Woody Shaw,
Right. Yeah.
that stuff's really good. But yeah, he'd made a lot of stuff, and he kind of was doing his style.
Yeah. I would say like I've listened to a number of his steeplechase, and I feel like there's like a lot of it's just live sets that he's playing.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
like I don't know if it's all essential or anything, but like you can hear what he's doing.
You're talking about Dexter now?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like,
Well,
So-
I like him. I named my dog after him.
Mhm.
good
Well,
name.
This
But
is Dexter.
live, but I think he's one of the guys I probably saw more. I probably saw him 3 times at the Keystone, and I loved him live more than I liked those Columbia. It was Columbia time.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
the thing is, I always talk about that he would do an offering at the end when everyone's clapping. He would hold his sax across 2 hands and like bow his head and like in a thanks, like he's offering his saxophone. It was so great. It was so cool. And the guy's fucking 6'8" or something. He's tall.
Oh yeah. So when
Not
he
that-
was in
not
Europe,
that.
especially, those steeplechase that Mike was mentioning, he was just playing there in clubs and having fun and being recorded. That's it.
Yeah, I think I like those people. I mean, I wouldn't. You don't have to have like all of them, but
Right.
there's just enough of them where you can say, okay, this is great, this is excellent. I love to listen to it. I'm talking about the live steeplechase. There are some, there are some studio ones that are really good.
Yeah,
I like the one.
I like the 2 he did with Jackie McLean.
Yeah, and there's
Mike,
one with
Warne,
Barry
Simmons.
Harris and Al Foster. That's
You
really
like
good.
Big Apple, I think.
Yeah,
Something
that's I can't remember the title, but I like that one. That was done, when he came back, and he was like around the time he was recording with Woody Shaw's group for Columbia.
Yeah. And so the thing about his comeback for the whole Coming record, he was not planning to come. His wife, she pulled everything together. She contacted she made the bridge, and she did the whole contract without him actually knowing about it.
Mhm.
She just said, "Let's go. You're good to go." He was very uncertain about coming back to the US.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's why he was so reverent in those concerts and everything.
Felipe, when you cut your camera off, are you doing like molar implants or something? What's going on?
No, I'm eating and drinking.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mazda, your
He
stick
can't
is
be
so
on his
tired.
contract. Allows him not to be on screen the same time you're on, Mazzy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the privilege.
Mike, I want to see you in one of those black bars that I hang out in all the time.
He just loves it.
Remember, the Fillmore district before it was a black neighborhood, it was a Jewish neighborhood, and then after the World War II, it became a black neighborhood. So we kind of have a kumbaya thing there.
All right, I have one more record to
And,
show.
trust me, if you grow up in any big city in Brazil, you can walk here any neighborhood, flashing a wallet, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Actually, Felipe's not on screen because he's getting all those Brazilian kid gangs to come up here and murder you guys.
This is actually a cool record.
Is that Bobby Hebb Sonny?
This is a original Sonny's Time Now, and it's got
That's hard to find, isn't it?
I walked into this shop in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and they had it on the wall, and the price was totally reasonable. So I
Oh,
grabbed it.
Bridgeport.
Which
That's
Sonny
so
is that? Who is it?
Is Bridgeport still kind of
Sonny
poshy?
Murray. It's Sonny Murray.
No,
No.
no.
Is it what? So what was reason? Was it like $60 or something?
It was a little bit more than that, but it was under 100. But it's original first pressing. I honestly can't remember exactly what it was, but it was more than 60 for sure.
In Bridgeport? That dive?
It's a dying city.
So you have Sonny
People
Murray.
live in other cities than San Francisco.
Oh, and this is a really kind of incredible piece. So you have Sonny Murray, he's 29 years old. Albert Eiler, also 29. Don Cherry, 29. Henry Grimes is 30. I can't even read my own handwriting. I think the bass player, not the bass player, Louis Worrell, 31. Sorry if I messed that name up. And then Leroy Jones does a recitation at the last piece of this, which is pretty much the manifesto for his Black Arts movement that he developed. And he was still known as Leroy Jones, and then he becomes Amiri Baraka.
Leroy
Jones, sorry. Leroy Jones. I never
Leroy.
even say it. Well, it's spelled Leroi.
That sounds like Leroy.
That looks like Leroy.
Leroy and there's Leroy.
Jones, sorry. Okay.
Very fancy.
It's anyway, so these guys go on to play on a number of other records together. I have that ESP disc, like I think it's the New York Ensemble. And the sound that they're doing here, I'm not like, I don't know, it's a free jazz style, but it's totally charged with lots of different like emotions. It's pretty incredible piece, I have to say. I mean, it's kind of amazing to have this. So anyway, so I did get
amazing, or is it
maybe, I don't know, but it's really good. So anyway, that also kind of has been encouraging me to kind of go down this new.
I think that's really cool find.
And the label. You can show the label.
I'm not sure why everyone's putting you down. I think that's an awesome find.
just putting them down?
No, we're just the Leroy.
Leroy.
So what is it? Oh, anyway, I'm gonna call him Amari from now on.
What was the name from the last dragon?
Murray.
Hey, Rob, you
What
shouldn't
was the
talk
name
about
from the
messing
last
up
dragon?
names, dude.
Forget it. I'm done. I'm never even mentioning
Bruce,
it again.
hey, do you know Bruce Leroy?
Bruce Leroy. You know the Shogun of Harlem?
Are you gonna,
Yeah.
you gonna,
I
you gonna show
showed
some
Shown up.
Showing up.
Hold on. So I got that like a few months ago. And then I was digging and I found this. This is New York Art Quartet. And I flip on the back and it's another Mr. Jones or Mr. Baraka. He does recitation on this as well. Milford Graves is on this one. Louis Worrell. So I did get the name right. John Takai and Roswell Rudd. But this is like, I think this comes out right before Sonny's time now. And this has a same type of energy. And I love it. I think it's really good. I don't know. You just got to listen to it and see if you like it yourself. But I dig this. So anyway, I just wanted to show those. And then to switch it up completely, this is a original Blue Spring.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Dorham, incredible condition on this. Like I've never had a Riverside with a spine that nice. Honestly, this thing like stands out, like because they're never this white. So when I put them with the other ones, it's like weird how nice this jacket is. But anyway, this is okay. Honestly, I think it's a bit of a boring album. So
Yeah, I sold mine.
It's cool.
I wasn't into it.
I was thinking, I'm gonna hold on to it, but I wasn't really that into it. But it's fine. But it just
I have the OJC of that one.
Yeah. Me and Brandon are on the same wavelength tonight.
It's just saying it wouldn't be.
They don't and have a want.
Yeah, it wouldn't be one of these.
Wow.
Oh,
What?
that's mean.
Whatever. All right. So anyway, that's everything I got. But I didn't. I've been getting this stuff over a number of months. I just haven't been. I wasn't on the stream for a month, so this is just kind of my backlog of stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm going down. I'm definitely going to go down some more free jazz rabbit holes, sampling a ton of stuff.
Listen to Ken Vandermark then.
And a lot of those, the thing is like there's so much. And you know what I'm going to do actually? I'm going to kind of dig into all the LP era stuff And then I think once I kind of exhaust that, I'm probably then gonna, because there's so much good stuff on CD that I've been sampling. But the way that I am, I feel like I want to get a few LPs to get started, and then I'll probably start buying some CDs because the music is kind of incredible. So I think I'm gonna convert soon.
To what? Judaism?
Yeah.
Judaism.
CDism?
I think Mazzy can give you a
Tutorial.
You know, we're
Yeah.
not bad because we don't try to suck you into our religion. You have to take a class, a few classes.
Yeah.
instead.
And you have to ask 3 times.
We actually don't want you unless you really work at it. It's
Don't
not
you
like-
have to be denied 3 times?
I
Isn't
don't
that part of the tradition?
I mean, I come on, like, it took me 3 times to get on this fucking stream. So
You've been
high
converted.
standards. High standards.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Mhm.
I'm a Reformed Jew, so I don't know all the rules.
Mhm.
So
Apparently,
what do
Schumer doesn't either. What? Felipe?
You know, I got some two. Can I show? I got some two jazz things. How many of you know about these?
let us be the judge of that.
Let's see. Let's see.
I got 2 promos, like
Ooh.
small press promos. One I listened
Gravy
to.
train.
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever. One I listened to, and it was like noir TV shows, and it wasn't so exciting. It was nice, you know, but that's all I can say about it. Have you ever heard of someone named Noah Preminger?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, he's Brooklyn guy or something.
Yeah, he's actually on Crisscross records. Yeah.
Well, he's got a new album, 50 years after Ballads or 60, whatever it is. It's called Ballads. You know, it's nice, but it's kind of innocuous. And this is the kind of thing I don't even want to show. But actually this would be good for someone new to jazz because it does sound like sort of a noir type of cocktail lounge, get your lady and get some action jazz type of thing. So
What does
this
it sound like? You're watching Columbo or something?
Kind of, yeah, exactly. Actually, I'm on a roll. I'm watching every episode of
Quincy?
Close, but no, I'm not a medical guy. I like the detective stuff or the private eye.
You're kind of the Quincy of the VC, Mazzy.
Yeah, James Gardner, Rockford Files.
Fucking sweet. Hey, you're watching Rockford Files again? That's awesome.
I love Rockford Files. What year did Isaac Hayes come in? I want to know.
I have no idea because I wasn't born yet.
Now
He's
this
only
record,
on like 4 or 5 episodes, Mazzy.
now this record I haven't opened yet, and this came with the same batch. Omar Thomas, do you know him?
No.
Black guy. Okay.
Just because he's black doesn't mean it's jazz, Mazzy.
It's a jazz record. I mean, I like the package. I like the cover, but it's like a 2-record set. It's
It can't be like a 2-record set. It has to be exactly a 2-record.
it is.
Come
Well,
on.
maybe it's not a 2-record set, but it's anyway. And
It's
no one's
gatefold.
heard about that. I got the press release. I haven't read it yet. I haven't listened to it. I'll listen to it over the weekend.
Cool. Well, let us know next time you're on if
Hey,
you
did
like
you
it.
hear that, Omar? He hasn't listened to your record yet.
You know what I want to? You know what? Actually, I listened to a little bit today that arrived today that I want to get. What's the guitar player? The member of
Jimi Hendrix.
Wilco. Wilco's guitar player. Neil
Mike was talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
The
Is it
Nels Klein.
I heard 2 cuts I loved.
Tweedy is his name.
It's Nels Klein.
Jeff Tweedy is the guy's name.
No,
Yeah.
I know
He's a great
that.
guy.
It's Nels Klein and a trumpet player, right? And it's
Yeah.
on Blue Note. Anybody heard it? The whole thing?
No, we were talking about it earlier.
It was released today. I think today's the release date.
Yeah, today is. I was listening to it when I was driving on Apple Music, and it sounded really good. So I might check that out. And there's a
What does
rumor
that have to do with Wilco? I got confused.
Nels Klein was a guitar
He was in
player for
Wilco.
Wilco.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He plays. He's been playing with Wilco for what, 15 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
That's why they got kind of artsy fartsy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
See, now you know, Mr. Photographer.
Jeff Tweedy. I always thought Jeff Tweedy was the guitarist, but I didn't know.
Well, he's not the lead guitar player.
Main guy.
He's the main singer and the songwriter.
Yeah. I need to get. I think I have one Wilco CD.
You know, the one to get, especially if you're into jazz, is the big one.
Foxtrot.
Yeah.
The one with the TV on the cover?
The one with
the gray one.
Yankee Hotel Foxtrot, because that's the one Warner Brothers, supposedly the coolest creative label, said they wouldn't release it. So they go to Nonesuch, and Nonesuch puts it out and becomes this kind of artsy, like darling. It's a fucking great record, but it's esoteric. Yeah. It's really good. If you're into jazz and avant-garde and country a little bit, rock, it's really good.
It is.
Yeah, I like some of the 2000s stuff too. Like Wilco, the album is good.
Yeah,
I like
Summer Teeth is good. I like Wilco. Wilco.
Yeah, Summer Teeth. Star
But
Wars.
Nils Klein, that's what's great. All those guys do solo project. Nils Klein is like this jazzy guitar player.
Yeah, I honestly I knew Nils Klein as like not. I never thought of him as Wilco's guitarist.
Right. No, a lot of people don't. But he wasn't the original. But he came in. I don't know when. Not that.
But what was the band?
Rev said them after Yankee.
The band that Tweedy was in before. What was their band's name?
Well, there was Uncle Tupelo.
Yeah, Uncle Tupelo.
Yeah, Uncle.
Yeah,
Tupelo.
and there's that whole clique of the Jayhawks and Wilco and Uncle Tupelo, all that kind of country.
Well,
rock.
Uncle Tupelo, I actually knew. Like I knew their music, not like
and Golden Smog.
Cracker, one of them.
Golden Smog. I love Cracker. Well, Cracker.
Drive-by Truckers. Who are they?
That's Jason. Jason Isbell. Jason Isbell got on then, like in the third or fourth album. He was.
Yeah, Drive-by Truckers is great though.
They're a left-wing group from Alabama, which is correct.
But one of the other guys, I forget. One of the other guys, one of the guys from Uncle Tupelo formed another band that got.
Jay Farrar or Jayhawks. Jayhawks was. I'm getting confused. There's too many.
Yeah,
all those late. It's all the guys I know in their late 40s or mid 50s are into those groups.
Yeah, and Drive-by Truckers, if I'm not mistaken, every tour they finish, they go back, they play a homecoming concert, like almost like open to people from the city.
Well, Wilco does their big Wilco Fest, and with all these different artists and all kinds of artists, Yeah. Anyway. They're based out of Chicago originally,
Yeah, I always wanted to get into Wilco. I just never.
Well, that's the one you might
never got the right album.
Yankee Foxtrot, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. Someone.
Where the fuck did Mike go? Did he just
Sunvolt. That's right. Jay Farrar was in Sunvolt. Thank you. Yeah.
Did Mike say goodbye, or did he just fucking?
He Irish goodbye.
His dog said,
he couldn't handle the country rock.
His dog's talking to him like David Berkowitz's.
Yeah, Gary Loris is Jayhawks. Yeah, definitely.
His hair is a gray outside, so he's kind of searching for it.
Right.
Yes.
I didn't start listening to Wilco until the Billy Bragg stuff.
Oh yeah, that's great.
That's when I started listening.
I went and saw them at the Hollywood Bowl. It was a good show.
Did you?
The Billy Bragg stuff is the estate of Woody Guthrie had these lyrics.
Yeah, Mermaid Avenue.
Apparently, Dylan wanted to do it, and they didn't. Then his wife or his daughter, or whatever, granddaughter, didn't want to give it to Dylan, and so Billy Bragg with Wilco did those 3 volumes, which are great. I think they had some kind of tempestuous connection.
Yeah.
Did you
read his book, Mazzy?
No. Tweedy's?
Yes, he put out a book a couple of years ago.
I haven't read it. No.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It was worth checking it out. Yeah, I like Wilco too. It's fun. Yeah. I think a few years ago they put on the website you could just download entire concerts.
Yeah, well, that's
just like Weezer did the same thing.
If you listen to the podcast that Seth, what's his face, the late night talk show host does with his brother, Family Trips. The theme of it, Jeff Tweedy sings it, does it. Yeah. Good.
You know, Levin, if you were talking about every musician who's an asshole, we wouldn't be talking about a lot. I know we're shifting of this country rock. What was I thinking of? Oh, I heard that Radiohead they just signed this new corporation. So there's rumors that they may do another album. I'm a Radiohead fan. So
Tony York actually has a record on pre-sale, right? Did you see that?
Right.
Yeah, and I've been sort of like, The Smile's all right.
I love
his band with Johnny Greenwood, but I'd like another Radiohead record.
Yeah, I love the Smile record. In fact, I like the last one the best.
I think they try really hard to be talk, but they can't be talk.
Boom, roasted.
Yeah, well, I like the Smile.
I like it, but I think
just
rather another Radiohead
Smile with the Leftovers. The Smile with the Leftovers that came out, that is really better than the actual one.
Yeah.
Right?
The Smile what?
The last one.
They put out a record like Side B's and Leftovers from their actual release, which is better than the release because they're not.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
And what's the guy? Sons of Kismet, the drummer?
Yeah, yes. I don't know Sons of Kismet. I don't know.
Well, that drummer is fucking great.
Yeah,
I forgot his name. You know, this is the great thing about whether you like Radiohead or not, but the concept. Don't say you're breaking up. And Radiohead never said they're breaking up. Go and do your projects if it takes 2 years or 10 years.
Yeah.
And eventually come back or not, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think they've been doing projects and still being together too. So.
But they haven't done an album in what, 6 years?
The last one was 2016.
So
yeah.
So 9 years. Jesus.
Which was kind of boring.
Oh wait, it was the last thing that they got into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but one didn't come, or what was the deal with that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't heard Junon, but you know Johnny Greenwood's soundtracks that he did for Paul Thomas Anderson, like There Will Be Blood and Phantom Thread, are great neoclassical. He's a great composer.
Yeah, I mean, and it's shocking because it's like he has like 35 soundtracks under his belt.
Yeah,
wow.
It's insane.
Yeah, he's good.
No, Radiohead's my favorite band of the 90s for sure.
Yeah, I probably just feel the same.
They're really good.
Except I didn't, I got into them a little bit, but the thing that pulled me in, which I know pissed some people off, is Kid A. That's 2001, I guess.
I think I like Kid A better than
Kid A is really good.
I think OK Computer kind of boring.
OK Computer that was the big one, but it seemed gimmicky to me with that, that same voice that Pink Floyd used.
No, Kid A is kind of the big.
I like Kid A better because they started the year.
Kid A was the big one
in the UK. OK Computer got the best album of the year and all Q and Mojo and all that stuff.
Yeah, but Kid A was the big one here. In the US.
Yeah, it's interesting because today, if you think about it, the new century starting, it's like this guitar 90s band starts the century with a synthesizer saying everything is in its right place. I think that's an amazing statement. And
absolutely,
it's unbelievably good. Yeah,
but when they had that Stephen Hawking's type voice in OK Computer, and Pink Floyd did that too. And it's like, give me a break. Yeah. I'm sorry, OK Computer is not the best. I disagree. But if it's your favorite, that's fine.
I like OK Computer. My favorite is In Rainbows, which came out.
In Rainbows is great. Even Hail to the Thief, I think is great as well.
Yeah. I mean, there's connections to avant jazz with that stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, National Anthem is a jazz song, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. I had a friend, I remember when Kid A came out, and he didn't like it and sold me his. Oh no, it was Amnesiac. When Amnesiac came out, he thought this is garbage, and he sold me his CD for like I don't know, $5 or something.
Kid A was the first album my son and I really bonded with as a new record. My kid was 10 or 11.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Absolutely.
Because I remember, in Brazil, it took a couple of months for Kid A to be for OK Computer to be actually released there. But I had read so many reviews saying this is a masterpiece, this is genius. When I heard it, was like, eh. you know. But I think Kid A, surpasses it.
You got to say jazz every once in a while to make sure people realize
Jazz.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never read any of the stuff on OK Computer. My roommate had the Benz, and I got it, and I thought OK Computer was just brilliant.
I should Jazz Bum. That must be Chris. I don't know. Being in Seattle, I feel guilty saying this, but I think Pearl Jam's the most overrated band.
Yeah, they suck.
It's because you're stupid.
That's it. That's it. JW Pavement rocks.
Pavement's good. I would take Pavement.
Spit on
over.
a Stranger, man. That's a good song.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I know Kimbo's not watching here, so I don't have to worry about
Oh, wow.
or Zep Pearl, so I don't have to worry about.
Hey, like I do my old timey jazz. Here's my Pearl Jam. You know, which is surprising, on that Saturday Night Live concert, he did the Tom Petty covers. He was good doing those.
His solo stuff I love the soundtrack he did. Was it Dead Men Walking?
Wild?
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Actually, Mazzy,
Yes, Rob.
reach out to Brad, because they put out on vinyl the soundtrack that never mind, Jeff Tweedy did.
So
Sorry.
another great soundtrack. There's
They're
another
not?
great soundtrack where Pearl Jam is in. It was remember that movie I Am Sam with Beatles covers?
Oh,
Yes,
11.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure
so-
you're right. I'm sure you're right.
Eddie
Levin.
Vedder plays oh my gosh, the song from Help.
The Beatles
Help?
movie Help?
Help?
Here, Stand Hand in Hand. Yeah, that song. Yeah,
The Help
Wait.
or Help?
from the
Well,
song
you
from the
know-
record Help. Yeah, you
There's
got to
only
hide
one-
your love away. But Eddie Vedder sings "You Got to Hide Your Love Away" in the
You know-
soundtrack of the Champagne movie. I Am Sam.
There's
Well,
only one really good, the Pearl Jam song, that cover song they did.
Yeah.
The 50s
That
cover
song's
song.
stupid. Good lord.
Yeah,
You know-
that's true, yes. Also,
Levin-
that song, Stereophonics did an amazing rendition of "Across the Universe."
I'm sure you're right. If I grew up in Seattle, I'd like grunge. I love Nirvana. I love Green. Green River.
Yeah.
I like Mudhoney. I like the more punky.
If Mazzy grew up in Seattle, he'd still be the same age. He wouldn't be in the
Right.
Pearl Jam.
But I would no. But I would. I love the more punkier bands. I like the Olympic stuff, like Sleater-Kinney and that stuff. But Soundgarden and Pearl Jam and I love Nirvana though.
Oh,
Um,
Don't you get some more Donovan records?
Alice in
this time,
Chains
Michael?
and
I like Soundgarden's better than Pearl Jam.
and the rap just brought it here. Mudhoney, guys. Mudhoney is.
I do like the what's the not Mad River? What's the
Oh.
super group
That's
that
his
went off?
Right? What's the
Mad
guy
River.
that leads
Mad is it
that
Mad
group?
River?
Mad
group-
Season.
Mad
Mad
Season.
Season.
Yeah, I love the Mad
Yeah.
Season album.
Mazzy, do you know the group Brad? They're a Seattle band.
I don't know
They're-
them. And I like what's his
sucks.
name? I like
Brad's good.
Mark Lanigan. I love Mark Lanigan.
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
for
that
sure.
stuff.
No, he's a
Brad's okay.
That's-
The Stone Gossard was in Brad.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
I
the
don't
lead
like that
singer,
gnarly,
Brad.
that voice, that like this. I don't like that shit.
Do you
It's
know the
just one-
movie?
one
Do you
thing.
know the movie Beautiful Girls, which is like one of the best soundtracks?
Yes.
That guy, he was in two bands. He was the lead singer of two bands. What was the other?
Yeah,
one?
Kevin.
Tad.
Tad, there you go. Sonic's great. Of course, Sonic's, yeah. I mean that's different. That's like 60s. You know, but
Okay,
you're right. It is
yeah.
about when you it is about when you
Yeah.
grew up in a place you grew up. I get that. I don't think they're terrible. It just doesn't speak to me.
I mean,
I
listen,
like
Matt,
Screaming Trees actually. Yeah. I
I
like the
think
more
when you're Gen X, it's not what town you're from. It's the period of time music came
Yeah,
out.
yeah, but
exactly.
it's Sunny.
I
One
grew
of
up
my,
in DC. There was plenty of local bands in DC. I'm not fans of all of them. There was a period of time of music I listened to.
For real.
yeah, you know, yeah.
I think like in DC, we had a station called WHFS. It's like everyone I knew growing up listened to that station. It was progressive, alternative music. It was good.
Yeah.
That's what I listened to.
I think Pearl Jam's better live than I saw them ones early on live at the I-Beam. They're better live than their records for me.
For sure.
For me.
No, for live, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Really fun live show.
anyway, go see Anushka.
Soundgarden was great live.
Go see Anushka Shankar if she comes to your neighborhood.
Just one thing. Rev mentioned Pavement,
Yeah.
and I don't know, maybe Kristen might be interested in this too. But James Carter did an album in 2005 called Gold Sounds, and it's all Pavement composition.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And it's on. And check this out. It's on Brown Brothers label, which was the label that the JMI guys had before that.
Oh,
wow.
cool.
That's nice.
Now,
If anyone, Nickel Creek, that kind of progressive bluegrass band, they do a great version of Spit on a Stranger. Really
that's
good.
the worst name because it's too close to Nickelback.
That's fine.
Mazzy's Rules, everyone.
What the hell is this?
Oh, by the way, at the end of March, I'm going to see Sasha Berlinger. She has a new album coming out, not on JMI. I don't know what label is putting her new record out.
So this is the one you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot Mazzy. Yeah.
This was great. Cyrus Chestnut. Love Cyrus Chestnut.
So she's playing in Seattle, a small club, if anyone wants to go.
Vic Chestnut.
This looks good.
It's a killer group.
I've got a ton of James Carter stuff, so I'll definitely have to check that out. That looks great.
Mazzy, her record is already for sale on Bandcamp. We're gonna put the link here.
Well, I'm going to wait. Okay, you put it there, but I'll buy one at the show because
Yeah.
I want to meet her because I did have a conversation with her, and she's from.
I have a digital copy of this record. It's really good.
Have you heard it?
Yeah, I have a digital copy.
She's really talented. I think over the years, man, she's going to grow.
Hey, if you're from WHFS, this guy Damien, correct me if I'm wrong, JW and CJ, he had a stroke or something, and he had a speech impediment, which he couldn't be a good DJ anymore. And he sued the station. They had to give him a time slot.
Yeah.
Every Sunday night he would DJ with his speech impediment.
Was he also was he an offspring of Satan?
Yes.
Damien? Yeah.
The Weasel. Yeah. Weasel was the good one. He was the big DJ. Hey, I'm the Weasel.
Yeah. What do you got there, Mazzy? I know you're waving it around. What
you were talking about Seattle thing, but Mark Lanigan, this came out years ago. I missed this when it came out, but Cooking Vinyl reissued it last year, and I'd never heard it. This is fucking amazing. It's chill record. It's Isabel Campbell and Mark Lanigan. You know Mark Lanigan from Screaming Trees and his solo stuff. But she was one of the singers, or the main singer, I guess, in Belle and Sebastian. So it's her record with him. It's just a great kind of. I love this record. I had never heard of it. I totally missed it when it came out, and I got it last year, and it's so good. Apparently, they did 3 records together.
There's a cool Mark Lanigan. Feels like some demos. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Kurt's place, he recorded like an acoustic version of Penny Royalty, if I'm not mistaken. Wow. But he has a Nirvana song that he recorded into the couch. It's amazing.
There's a great, I just coincidentally stumbled on it about 6 months ago. There's an episode of Anthony Bourdain, where he does Seattle, and there's a segment in it where he's sitting at the bar with Mark Lanigan, and they're talking about things. And it's so ironic, because the two of them are dead now. And not that that's ironic, but, like
ironic.
That's the wrong term. Okay, Mike, don't belittle me, please. Okay, Mike. Mike.
Yeah.
I'll be
Mike.
You're muted, Mike. You can't even hear you.
I'm gonna start calling you Jazz Shit Mike. So Jazz Shit Mike meet Jazz Shit Brooks.
Oh, Mazzy, this is great.
I love you, Mike. Someday
my James Carter CDs.
You're the best.
For real.
I love that we're not even talking about jazz anymore.
Okay, I got something. I just pulled this out.
Okay.
All right.
So I was thinking, because I was playing these the other night, before Music Matters, to get like the really pricey Blue Notes, that were even like 10 years ago out of reach was I'd get Japan Kings.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a few of the ones. You know, records that were just really, that even back then were like over $1,000.
No.
In good shape. And these were, I mean, this is back before, you know, when you could, I think like shipping from Japan was like $11, and it's not that anymore. It's like $30.
It's not too bad though if you get enough shit.
Yeah, I had a couple sellers in Japan that I would just get like 3 things and have them do the shipping. But I was listening to this, this King Japan, and I was like, because one of the first Music Matters I got was True Blue. This sounds really good. It doesn't sound quite as good as the Music Matters, but I was pretty impressed at how good it sounded, actually. I mean, when you really crank the stereo, the Music Matters kind of kills everybody.
I have the Mosaic box with that in it.
Yeah.
I need to listen to that again. I thought it was boring.
But, you know, this is
Chris.
Like a Pearl Jam record?
No.
You can still get these for, you know,
I like
under $100.
That's true. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, the whole you know, King Jazz and the whole Japanese, they're the ones that are responsible for the whole like Tina Brooks resurgence, because they were, you know, they put it out before Mosaic did, and you know, that's how, you know, I think like it brought it to the attention of Michael Kaskuna, who said, "Oh shit, I need to reissue this stuff."
Exactly. And there's even some like Oblique is one of my favorite Hutchersons, and that one was never even, that was Japan only, and it didn't get released until Tone Poet did it just a while back. You know, and that's they released it in the early 80s, and then it took another 40 plus years for it to ever really catch on. So yeah, I mean, the Japanese, like, there's definitely, King knew something about like, here's some gems that need to be released
for sure.
But I always think they sound really good for what you're paying.
I got some cool. I mean, I got a bunch of Japanese represses from Face Records, probably 2 years ago now. I need to do the auction thing again, because it was cool on eBay. You could just buy, you could just win auctions, and then they will roll it over for like weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while.
How do you get them to? I didn't figure that out. How do you get them to roll it over?
They just send you an invoice, and if you don't pay it, they just keep going. Like it's fine. It's it. You just keep buying shit. I mean, I haven't, like I said, I haven't done it in a couple of years, but you know, like records like Curtis Fuller that Mike likes so much on Savoy. It's like $1 billion. You know, huh?
Is it Bluesette?
No, on Savoy. Maybe it is Bluesette. I don't know. There's one or two of them with interesting covers but I got them for like $6. You know.
Yeah,
they sound pretty damn good. Like, and they're super clean. Like every record you get from Japan's in perfect shape.
I don't like their grading system. Scares me.
Well, it's because they undergrade everything. You should be fine.
So just
like PG and you get it, it sounds perfect. It's weird.
So Rev, I think King came first, but I think they kind of overlap at some point. And Toshiba did most of the stuff from the 90s on.
Yeah, there was like EMI Toshiba, I think is before, or something like that. And then King took over from like 79 to 83, and then it was Toshiba again.
Yeah. Of course, now I'm more interested in Japanese jazz than all that shit.
And Toshibas are really good.
They made great VCRs.
Yeah. I was a Toshiba TV guy for a long time.
Oh man, yeah. My first 25-inch was Toshiba.
Yeah, I had my first giant TV purchase was a 36-inch square Toshiba, and that was an awesome TV, man. Because it was like when the Sony Trinitron was like the shit, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The XBR.
Yeah, it's before that.
I remember I had lived on a upstairs flat at one point, one long staircase on carpets, and I
Mhm.
bought the XBR. What was the biggest one? It was a 30-inch or
I don't know.
maybe 28 or whatever. And it was in the box, and I had to push it up the stairs myself. And that's a
Mhm.
fucking heavy fucking TV.
Mhm.
I was like 35 or something, and luckily I didn't lift it, but I slided it, and at one point it was coming back down, and oh man.
Yeah, there's also Hitachi.
And I bet it was like Laurel and Hardy moving the piano.
Kinda.
My first CD player was a Hitachi CD player. I actually bought it in Japan. That was my first CD player.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. Hitachi makes some of the finest scanning electron microscopes.
Mhm.
Really good ones.
I had an NAD CD player I bought on a Friday. I was at work on Monday. My apartment got broken into. They took my CD player, my 5 CDs I owned, all my like blender, my cutlery, my underwear, my socks.
Yeah, I got a good haul, good bunch of money for that.
Yeah.
Wait.
My
Hold on.
JBL L100s, not my records or anything.
And you told the policeman they'd find the guy who had just look at his underwear and it'll say Mazzy sewn in on the underwear, right?
I mean, they took like weird shit in the middle of the fucking daytime. They broke a wall, like a wall. They got in on this back like area.
It was
where
a
the
perfect
garbage-
heist.
in the Western Addition, San Francisco, right by the Panhandle, and I love that apartment. A nice flat, but
And they got your underwear, man.
they just went in the drawers, like took clothes. It's like bizarre. It was bizarre.
It is bizarre.
So for a week you were without underwear?
You're a commando.
I don't remember. I worked it out.
Commando Mazzy.
Michelle's cat, she had a Himalayan, was under the bed the whole time because she had our own photo studio, and we'd go back between our places, and the cat was at my
You
place.
borrowed her underwear.
No, not that night.
The cat's underwear.
Well, it's the Bay Area. That's fine.
I remember it was a
Friday.
Friday. I remember it was a Friday because I bought the CD player on a Friday, and I had it for the
Yeah, hold
weekend.
on.
Did you ever used to go to brother-in-laws?
11.
You're in the Western
11,
Edition.
it was a Friday because
no,
he
there was-
had his
there was-
Friday underwear on.
There's brother-in-laws
Other
and
days of the week underwear are stolen.
there was brother-in-laws and Vic and Betty's. At Vic and it was right off of Divisadero, and there was the what was the rock club there? It was a old school jazz club.
Yeah, the Graduate. Was that
No,
it?
there was the Independent.
The Independent. That's it.
And then it was Justice League for a while.
Hey, Mazzy, do you
Anyway.
through all
So
your
did
YouTube
I.
experience, do you feel you have like an Uber Mazzy fan? Is there a guy? What the hell's going on there?
You mean
I
like
don't know.
the car company or like a big fan?
Roberto, are you outside Mazzy's apartment trying
He's
to
in a
steal his
car.
underwear?
And muted in the car.
I'm in the Uber.
Ah,
He's in the dark Uber.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it is.
So I was at hello guys. So I was at Ian Daisy's club tonight seeing George Coleman during his 98th birthday. It was a great show. He played a bunch of standards. And the crazy thing about this is that I was sitting in the same table as Larry Ridley. And I didn't know who he was. I'm a newbie, right? So I didn't know who he was. And,
The gum guy?
no, a bass player.
Oh.
So his wife is Puerto Rican, so we started talking Spanish and everything, and she knows
Wait,
my
you
dad
speak
too. And then she told me like, oh well, my husband is a bass player. I started talking to him. It's like, oh yeah, and he was like, yeah, my name is Larry Ridley. Oh yeah, nice to meet you. But I didn't know who he was. So his wife said, oh yeah, he played in Cornbread. And he's played with Duke Ellington. He has played with. She started dropping names, and he also did the same thing. And I just wanted to dig a hole and just disappear, man.
That is weird when you like. I was at my friend's cafe a few years ago, and there's these guys I knew were sitting there that were regulars, and I was having a coffee. This guy sits down, he starts talking to us. He's right across from me. I have my laptop on, and they're talking about music. And I realized after a while, this guy's a bass player in a band. I had no idea who he was, and so I look up at the way they were talking. I said, "This guy must be in a local band." Turns out it was the guy Jeff Ament from the bass player from Pearl Jam. I had no idea what he looked like.
Yeah,
and he was actually the nicest guy. We talked about stuff, but I looked on my laptop, Pearl Jam, and I saw the members, and that's. But I would never have known what Jeff. Aside from Eddie Vedder, I had no idea what those guys looked like.
right.
Yeah, maybe Mike Notes and Tones might have actually spotted him. Larry Ridley, if he saw him.
Would you have spotted him, Mike?
I mean,
Well,
it's
he's
been
like-
years since I've seen him. I mean,
He's
yeah,
87.
yeah.
Roberto.
Yeah, he's 86, 87, yeah.
There's Cornbread.
We're talking to someone.
He's
that's
on a
on there.
bunch of stuff. He's on a lot of.
Oh, yeah.
He's on a decent amount of Blue Notes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he played with a lot of people.
Yeah, Roberto, what the fuck?
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm sorry, I don't know. But he actually asked me
I
who's
wouldn't
your favorite
recognize
drummer
him
because I told him that I played the drums in the past, and
Yeah.
I said it was Tony Williams, and he all of a sudden said, "Oh, that's great, but do you know Philly Joe Jones?" And I was like, "Yes, I know him." And he was like, "I played with him a lot, and like he really liked Philly Joe Jones as a drummer." And you know, bass players and drummers, they are kind of like usually the buddies in the jazz bands.
Roberto, are you driving or are you on a train?
You didn't listen.
No, I'm in an Uber.
Oh, you're in an Uber. Don't they charge you more if you use their Wi-Fi?
No.
Do they have
Only in
Wi-Fi?
San Francisco.
I'm using my
Are
own
you
Wi-Fi.
100% sure the Uber's taking you home?
Yeah, I'm taking you to,
No,
to
the
a
woman-
field.
In
Yeah,
San
they're going to take Roberto to a field where he's going to meet Larry
In
Ridley.
San
and get
Francisco, they have the
extra-
Womomo. What do they call it? The driver.
They're going to take you to a garage, and Larry Ridley's going to be there with a pipe.
Yeah, exactly. Oh shit!
Yeah, I just wanted
Don't
to
you
share
talk-
with
Don't
you
you
guys
ever
because
talk to
it's-
my wife in Spanish in front of my face?
Yeah, no shit.
Can you drop off some tacos at Mike's place on your way back?
Oh man, what is that? Tacos? What is this?
No,
Roberto, you asking Roberto to drop off some tacos?
Yeah,
What is
come on, Mazzy.
not
Ah.
because he's Latin, but that's like I would love tacos right now. I mean,
I was
tacos are
Mike
good.
is in the
food.
Bronx,
know
I
what?
think.
Actually, Mazzy, shame on you. Roberto's
Yes.
like your biggest fan,
Yeah,
and you're
Okay, what should I say? Okay, can you drop off some gefilte fish at Mike's place?
so gross.
I know exactly.
Roberto,
Tacos.
can you drop off? Can you drop
great.
off some fungo to Mazzy's
Wax,
house?
wax.
Yeah.
Yo, Massey, those boxes are beautiful. The ones with the records. I
Oh,
need a
yeah.
7-inch
video.
a box for 7 inches
No,
and 10 inches.
tacos are 100 times better than gefilte fish. That's my point.
Mhm.
That's
It's-
No,
so
it is.
everyone
it
said.
wasn't an ethnic thing. It's just food. It's like great
You're
food.
digging a bigger hole than the one
Oh,
Roberto
shut
was
up,
digging
Rob.
with
Shut up,
Larry.
Rob.
What did Massey
Yeah,
say?
yeah.
Tacos and what's the other thing?
I don't
Gefilte
gefilte
fish.
fish.
You're,
Come on, you
you're
gotta
in
know
New
that.
York. You should
That
know.
Jewish?
It's
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's
It-
a million
It's
kinds of
horrible
fish.
Jewish food.
It's the worst Jewish food stuck together.
Actually, technically, it's just
So what is
symbolized.
that? What is that fish thing they make that's like just fish paste turned into kind of a
that's
shape of a
gefilte
fish?
fish.
That's
Gefilte
real good,
fish is a symbolized Jewish food that you only eat during Passover.
Yeah.
Right.
It's stupid.
But the my grandmother made the best chopped liver. That is great.
That's horrible too.
No.
But you don't get chopped liver at Passover.
No, it's
No,
not.
you
What
know,
about chopped liver?
It's basically they call it pate now, right? It's chopped liver.
It's a little different. Everyone has their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It's kind of like cat food.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is.
Pate is
Little
fucking
onion.
cat food. Dude.
Britsky's
all I get.
buffet.
Yeah.
My dogs have they eat duck pate. That's what it's called.
Burritos are great too, Jeff. Yeah, we know that burritos.
No, tacos trump taco. I don't hate using that word.
Trump.
Tacos beat burritos.
Okay, let me ask you
every
this, Brendan. Okay, I'm sorry. Portland and Seattle, the Pacific Northwest doesn't do Mexican food. I'm surprised. I mean, there's some good places.
Actually, we got a whole bunch in the last 5 years.
Nowhere near as good as California or the Bay Area.
But it's like the Latino population in Portland is like 11%.
I know, but for some reason it hasn't.
It's only 11% as opposed to like Los Angeles where it's like 30.
Wait, is it Mexican? How much of that 11% is Mexican?
It's right now the percentage is mostly migrant workers. So I would say mostly Mexican,
because
maybe some Guatemalan, maybe some Salvadoran.
When I go back to DC, it's all South American. Like there's Peruvian and all that. There's not such good Mexican food in DC.
Seattle,
we have some. There's a place I've been going. There's Santa Cruz, which is amazing tacos. We have a few places. We do.
Seattle restaurants are nowhere near as good as San Francisco restaurants or New York restaurants.
Yeah, I don't think
there are some, but
that's a pretty good.
We got some good. Actually, I have a friend, Luna. She's opened up a restaurant called Cello, and the food is phenomenal.
There's a place in Seattle that I think is it Peruvian or is it Argentinian? It's a sandwich place that people wait in line for, and I've been there. It's pretty good.
I don't know.
Yeah, we have Cello now, and Republica is good. We have some really good Mexican now.
Yeah. I mean, Fonda Katrina in Georgetown is really good, and that's Mexican owners. And they have a place Serenito next door, which is fabulous, which is more seafood based, ceviches and things.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. And
we do. Portland, like Seattle, has a bunch of like mediocre burrito shacks that kind of like. But I don't like burritos. I always get tacos.
They have a lot of gringo kind of Mexican food places that are not great.
You know what in LA now? The best tacos are what they call
white people taco night.
Bootleg taco trucks, where they bring out this whole spit and they have this kind of moat where they have the cooking surface, but they have all the meat boiling and together in these juices, and they take it out and make the tacos. And that stuff's good, man.
Now, I'm a fan of. Are you a fan of soft tacos or opposed to crispy tacos?
Yeah, I mean, I like them all, but yes, I prefer soft tacos.
Yeah,
but my grandmother actually used to make these ones that are sort of like the birria tacos, where they're half soft, half crispy, and you put the cheese inside. And then dip them in sauce.
That's huge in here.
But it's not like American tacos. It's a totally different.
It's huge here now. All the trucks make that shit.
My grandmother used to make those because my grandfather liked them a lot.
The trucks here in Seattle there are not that many good taco trucks here, but in the old neighborhood in Mission, there was like a dozen within 5 minutes walking or less.
So the first tacos I ever had when I was like 3 or 4 were like these half soft, half fried, and the cheese and the meat's inside, and then there's chili inside, and then you dip them in soup.
Yeah,
they're really good.
I'm surprised there aren't any like gefilte fish trucks.
Birria became like the biggest thing here for a while. I kind of got over it.
Mike, you love me. Shut up.
Mazzy, you're dumb as shit. Everyone eats bagels with lox and cream cheese. Why not just talk about that shit?
Well, believe me, there's some good chopped liver, lox and bagels.
Like that.
Yeah,
I made bagel with lox this morning.
Good deli food is rare. I mean,
bagels are just a freaking dying art. I don't even bother him. I really don't bother.
We have Macarena bagels up here, and they're the worst.
Mike, you got
here in LA now. They're making
Macarenas are so chewy. You toast them and they're still chewy. That's
Mike. You got Russ and Daughter.
But otherwise, I mean, it's just not. it's not like it used to be. Like 10 years ago. There's
COVID
Yeah, I
fucked it all
haven't
up.
been. It's been 10 years since I've been in New York,
it's
but I
just
used
been
to love Russ and
it's been.
Daughter.
I mean, Russ and Daughters are still top of the charts, but everything else is just mediocre. It's just mediocre.
Is Dave Bars any good anymore?
It's mediocre to me.
Hey, here in Santa Monica, we got Bagel Nosh. That's good. And then that H&H just opened up, but I haven't gone there.
See, H&H used to be like big here. Then they closed. They closed down the 2 stores that they had on the Upper West Side and one on the West Side Highway. I guess they supposedly reopened, but it's not. Yeah, it's still not H&H like it used to be.
Well, they're franchising now. That's why they're opening stores.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm just so disappointed in the bagels in New York. There was this one. It was funny. There was this one bagel store that was on the Upper West Side that everybody loved. This woman I know really loved, and they got closed down by the health department.
Oh shit!
There's a place.
People were complaining about it. People were complaining about it in this article in the Times. And I was like, I sent her an email. I said, did you read the freaking the report from the health department? It's freaking vermin in the thing.
Yeah.
That's what made your bagels taste so good.
Yeah, it's the rat shit in the bagels. Yeah, it's the rat shit in the bagels.
There's whenever I'm in Manhattan, Midtown, there was a bagel place on kind of on the west side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember the name of it, but there's always a line. You go in there. They put it like half of the container of cream cheese on the bagel.
Yeah, it's probably this one that closed. I can't remember the name of it.
Okay.
And I have a very important rule. If a bagel is fresh, you do not toast it. You do not toast a fresh bagel.
I hate toast. I don't like toast.
That's why at Russ and Daughter, there's no toaster.
Yeah, but the next day you got to toast it.
I went into a bagel place the other day, and I said, "Are you toasting it? You don't toast a fresh bagel."
So, okay, this is a guilty pleasure. Do you like mochis?
Yeah,
mochi.
Trader Joe's has great mochis.
Yeah, I've gotten their mochi.
They're great. They have
it's not bad.
They're pretty good. Japanese.
They have a orange, blood orange one that I like.
Blood orange. They have a vanilla. They have green tea. They have a coffee.
Blood orange is like a creamsicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I went to a new some franchise like custard place. It's basically an ice cream shop, right? Went to the drive-thru. I'm going, and it's like 2:00 in the afternoon on a Saturday. And I pull up, and she's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I want a, just vanilla cone," right? She's like, "I haven't had time to make the waffle cones yet." I'm like,
"What?
It's fucking 2:00, bro. Like, you've been open since 10 a.m. We haven't had time. Like, you don't have any fucking cones." So I guess give me some shit in the fucking.
It's not like those 24-hour.
Can all you people there send Chris cones, please?
It's fucking ridiculous.
You know why, Chris? Is because so many people are like, "Oh, I'm forgoing the cone" or something like that.
I don't know.
They probably figured that people didn't want. I like the cone.
Yeah, it's the whole package. I mean, their ice cream is really good. Calling it custard's kind of fancy schmancy bullshit. It's fucking ice cream.
It's like gelato. It's just
there's ice cream. There's a chain, I think it's around the country, that's opening heavy in LA called Candles. That ice cream's pretty good. I think they're from Ohio.
Their ice cream is really had a better pecan.
We got Salt and Straw, which is pretty big.
Yeah,
we have Salt and Straw here. I don't like that. They closed down in Santa Monica.
That's fair.
It's good, dude. It's good. The olive oil ice cream is fantastic.
Oh God, I hate pretentious ice cream.
Oh, whatever, dude.
You
should have ice cream named after you.
Brandon, why don't you take a pint of lavender ice cream and shove it where the sun?
Okay.
Any place that makes lavender ice cream should be fire.
Lavender Palace.
Yeah.
No, I like pretentious ice cream. I do.
Dude, give me vanilla and
bacon and macaroon type thing.
No, But olive oil ice cream is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like heavy cream. That's all.
I'm going to tell you, my mom retired to like South Central Pennsylvania, and all these dairy they're Mennonite or whatever they are. All these people have opened up their little, I call them Amish Trader Joe's, and they make their own ice cream. That shit is magic.
I bet.
Great, crazy good.
And what are Mennonites? What's fancy for Mennonites?
Measles is fancy for Mennonites.
They're not Amish. They use electricity and cars and.
So what is it? Honey flavored?
They killer ice cream, man.
Well, the Mennonites here in Texas are just spreading measles everywhere, so because they don't,
measles.
They don't get vaccinated. Yeah.
I thought they all moved to like Wisconsin and Ohio.
I don't know. We got on here too, and that's what's happening. Apparently.
Okay, Mike, instead of posting a link, just tell us what the fucking best bagels are, okay?
No, I don't know. I've given up on it. This place, Absolute Bagels, was the one that everybody was like, the whole Upper West Side loved. And they got closed down by the health department because they had like all these freaking violations.
Hey, Mark H.
Yeah, that's why they were so good.
Exactly. That's what I said to my friend.
See, all that shitty shit that you don't want makes something taste better. Right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The most overrated donut place in Portland is Voodoo.
Voodoo, they're just opening a brand new one on Melrose.
Worst. It is the absolute worst.
What
I went in there because my friends always make me go there, and I saw rats running from the floor.
So that was a bagel.
Maybe you
That's
worked
the
there.
sprinkles, man. It's rat shit.
I have here in LA. There's Randy's. That big giant donut from Iron.
Yeah, I know Randy's.
The granddaughters have taken that company and they started opening multiple locations. They make a apple fritter that is like as big as my head. It is awesome.
Yeah.
So how do you rate the popcorn at Alamo Draft House?
What?
Oh, it's great.
Okay, I'm doing
because
this.
They probably don't. It's like fresh popcorn. They don't use the oil.
Because Jeff's here. I wanted to just.
No, you use the they got the truffle shit or whatever. It's good.
The purple shit.
Truffle oil, Parmesan.
Truffle oil.
Yeah.
We had a chain here that closed down. It was the ArcLight, and they would make their own caramel corn, and that was quite good.
Well, we have the Cinerama now. It's SIF, Seattle.
They have that chocolate popcorn. That's good.
It's chocolate.
They still have the Cinerama still has the screen, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not a curved; it's a flat, but it's wide. But Cinerama closed. Paul Allen died, and it closed in the pandemic. But SIF, the Seattle International Film Festival, took it over. Single screen, great theater, the best theater.
They still make the chocolate popcorn?
They do this chocolate. You can get the chocolate or the regular or the mix of the two. The mix of the two is the best.
That's like
sweet and savory.
That's like the Garrett's popcorn in Chicago. You get the Chicago mix, which is cheddar popcorn and caramel corn.
And you get beers there too. Beers.
I like to put. You guys might laugh, but it's just. It was how I. The art theaters I used to go to would put nutritional yeast on the popcorn, and I love that.
You get a yeast infection?
No. It's what vegans use for
like
butter taste
instead of MSG or something.
Yeah. Nooch. What do you call it? You call it nooch, man.
Yeah, but all you guys
it's really
here
good on popcorn. I add butter too. I mean,
but all you guys here live, Brendan and Waxed and Mike, and I'm not sure about
Brendan. Who's Brendan?
You live in hipster cities, okay?
You live in a hipster city.
I do too.
You're the original hipster.
You're like
number
one.
I don't live in a hipster city. I live in a fucking.
I know you're the only one here that doesn't. But Wax does, and
I live in Santa Monica. Is
the
a
nutritional yeast thing was
city.
like
it's not a
art theaters in Los Angeles in like the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, my governor today or yesterday posted he retweeted a video of a guy saying that school desegregation was a bad idea. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What is wrong with you, man? That's
This
what we're
country's
doing.
going to hell.
Wait a second. How did the governor end up in a wheelchair again? Didn't a tree fall on him?
A tree fell on him, and then he fucking made it. He got rich from a tree falling on him, basically, from insurance companies, and then like 5 years ago, he signed a law that says if a tree falls on you, you can only get like 250 grand. Like no shit. Like he's a ladder pulling motherfucker. Like it's like the Clarence Thomas of wheelchairs. He's a fucking asshole.
What did he do before the tree fell on him?
I don't know. Be a piece of shit, probably. I don't know. Same shit he's doing
Did
now.
the tree that fell on him make a noise?
Here's the funny thing, and I'm not being political, but people that are conservative look for signs because of their religion. I think a tree falling on you tells you something.
Yeah. No shit.
They just did a big profile on him in the New Yorker magazine. I haven't read it yet. Huh?
On Greg Abbott?
On Abbott, yeah. I'm like a month behind at least on, but it's supposed to be like he talk about he was like I guess he was the attorney general before he was the governor or something like that, and they go into this whole history.
He used to seem like a kind of normal George Bush Republican,
The whole like the religious people will just spin it however it works in their favor.
Right.
Because it's like when Trump got shot at, he's like, God must want me to live. And it's like, well, maybe God wants you dead. You dumbass. People just spin it their own way.
You know what? I just say tree falls on you. That's a sign.
It is that you shouldn't be a governor over a state with 30 million people in it.
Also,
he's like the worst. Though. We got the worst fucking politicians there. Dan Patrick, the lieutenant governor's worse than him. Like his whole thing is just like marijuana can never be legal because we're going to throw you in prison if you smoke a joint because you're a dirty hippie. I'm like, what is this? 1950? Like,
he's like a Red Scare dude.
Wait,
here's
the other thing. I've been to Texas a lot. I never saw a big giant tree. So if there is a tree and it falls on you, that's telling you something.
Go leave Texas.
I've been all over Texas. I don't see a lot of big giant trees.
I love there's a live stream happening right this minute that I'm the least political on it.
Hey, I just got to make popcorn now, so I'm just dying for popcorn. I haven't eaten anything, so
I'm gonna go too. I'm gonna
take off, you guys.
Yeah. I'll see you guys.
All right,
everybody.
Take care, guys.
Make it easy, people. Buys.
I guess we're ending the stream then. All right. Well.
All right, man. Take care.
You too. See you, buddy. Bye.